Oh, okay.
Oh shit! This
Pardon?
is the worst time. My screen just went black. What the hell? What did I do to my computer?
Oh, jeez.
Craig fucking kicked my computer. God damn.
Okay,
Alright.
so guess
It's back. I'm back.
guess we're starting on that. In regards to the joke, I'm a Christian and I'm kind of a prude. I will admit that. So I don't tend to make jokes like that. So
That's okay. It's alright.
I'm not
There's gotta be one
apologizing.
wholesome person.
Craig's in here. I don't think anyone has context to what you just said, Tom.
Yeah, nobody heard any of the stuff that happened before.
That's
he
good.
came in.
People don't need to hear that.
Good. Yep. You know what?
Speaking of which, hey Llytic, who's in the recording with us today?
That's a wonderful question, Tom. I was going to get to that. Why don't you introduce yourself?
What's up, people? You can call me October. I'm here to talk to these motherfuckers for a little while. See what happens.
Oh wait, are we finally gonna have a short fucking video that's not
No.
2 hours long? Fuck.
October knows what's up.
The answer is
Holding
no.
us hostage.
Well, shit.
I'm holding them against their will.
It turns
You gotta
out
send me
she actually-
ransom.
Turns out she actually is after those 100+ subscribers.
Oh no.
See, originally at the end of that, I wanted to put ocular aids, but I couldn't figure out how to spell it, so I just put I.
So for people who don't know or are like me, October is the author of the Pajama Beard Saga that I came in late for. So we actually have a pretty cool person here today, rather than just the regular three. What's the word I was looking for? Yeah, there we go.
Hey, just because I'm not here usually doesn't make me cool. Y'all are chill. It's fine.
Well, I'm glad you think that. Anyway.
Oh, God.
So we're actually not here to read something for once, so I don't know what to fucking call this. It's not what are we reading?
I was just going to call it the interview corner. That's what I called the server.
Yeah.
I see. Well, welcome to who we somehow convinced to get on this show.
Actually, I
didn't say
pitched the idea.
She did.
Oh shit. Never mind. Why are we here? That's the real question.
I mean, that is an excellent question.
Because we do this every weekend. Why not?
Oh, we're not going that far back into the why are we here thing. Okay.
Ooh.
Just right now.
Flashbacks to Red versus Blue.
Wait, what?
You
God, I love
see,
it.
long ago, all of matter was compressed into a space.
Yeah. Make a
Anyway.
creationism joke here.
So, surprise, this is an interview, and like normal, we're just too fucking distracted to start. So, shall we start or just want to keep fucking around?
Tom's the one with the most questions. Might as well have him ask the first one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, okay.
Hit me with it, Tom.
Okay, so the topic. Okay, so I work at Walmart and retail. I have coworkers I talk to, and the topic came up the other day. How many? And I was curious as to how many coworkers of mine were afraid of grasshoppers. October, are you afraid of grasshoppers?
No.
Why would some people be afraid of grasshoppers? Why is that the first question?
I feed them to my lizards. What are you talking about?
I'm just okay. So that makes it still about 50-50 because just as many people are afraid of grasshoppers as those who aren't. It's really interesting.
my
What's the
God.
person that goes outside and they fish and they've ripped out fish guts? Do you think a small caterpillar will scare them?
The only thing I'm scared of are fucking cuttlefish. Those things are terrifying. Change color. They look like the camouflage. And then you know what the males do? They'll rape the females and they like push their semen in and push the other male's semen out. It's awful. Cuttlefish are horrifying.
Do that.
Well,
Don't even get me started on ducks.
Dude, duck penises are gross.
Back.
And then there's penguins.
Ugh.
Yeah.
They've been known to actually start humping corpses that have been frozen for years.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's the thing.
My wife's
See, I know a person who would do that, but they're not a penguin.
Well, I guess since that topic got brought up, what kind of lizards do you have?
I have 2 bearded dragons and a leopard gecko.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
I
cool.
actually used to have a leopard gecko.
Leopard geckos are... Oh.
I was going to say she ended up dying of old age.
Well, that's good. You know what?
Old
Old age is good.
Life.
How long did your leopard gecko live?
I'm trying to remember. I think it was. I think I had her somewhere in the range of 10 years, and the whole thing is I got her off of someone else who had rescued her from like these people who hadn't been taking care of her.
Yeah.
And so she was like half blind when I got her and missing some of her
Jesus.
claws because she hadn't been able to shed properly.
Ugh.
No.
The most exotic pet I ever had was a fucking hermit crab. And my sister's hermit crab kept killing mine for some reason. Like, dick.
That's
Gladiator hermit crabs, bro.
For real, like legitimately, like I had like this dude would always dig them out when they're shedding and then like, eat them when they had no shell. But one time this dude, I got a hermit crab that had a fucking like crack in its shell. This dude fucking broke through the shell to kill it.
Oh yeah. That thing is the predator.
No, it really was. He was a fucking dick. And I think there was an even smaller one in the same kennel that also belonged to my sister that survived. It was always specifically mine.
See, my younger sister had 2 hermit crabs. One she named Clovis, and the other one she named Lord Garth. And they were cool with each other.
Names.
Yeah, she really liked Star Trek. That's her thing.
Yeah, more of a Star Wars person, but Star Trek's pretty fun.
What a nerd.
So, do you have any other pets besides lizards?
I have a retarded cat.
I do too. He's the best thing ever.
He's a Siamese crossed with a domestic long hair. He has half a tail, bowed legs, and is cross-eyed.
Is he friendly?
He is friendly to the point to where he like gropes you.
Oh, okay.
That is how friendly this cat is. Like you know how cats make dough on your stomach normally? Yeah, this cat likes to make dough on your chest. And if you're a guy, he likes to make dough on your crotch.
Oh, okay. I have a cat.
Bro's a pedophile.
Yeah, he's not that special, but he's a real friendly. He's a long-haired black cat, and when I come home from work, he just comes up purring because he's happy to see me.
See that's actually nice. That's a normal cat. That's just a kind cat. I just have a fucking retard for a cat. I'm gonna send a picture of this cat. This cat is awful.
Okay. All right, so you okay, as mentioned in the Pajama Beard kind of story. Pajama?
It's pajama.
Okay, whatever. I'm sorry.
Pajama. I'm not the only one who noticed that.
My mom used to say jammies, so like
okay, I can approve of jammies, but you're not gonna come over here and say pajama.
Okay, I'll say
it's
pajama.
Not pajamies.
Thank you for kicking me back on the track. I need that sometimes. Anyway. So as all right, so you like fishing,
yes,
quite a bit. Have you ever been deep sea fishing?
Yes, I have. It was not the best experience of my life, but I did it.
I went deep sea fishing and got seasick. It was terrible.
See, I didn't get seasick. I just, when they pulled the tuna up on the boat, it actually cut my leg. So, yeah, that was fun.
Huh, interesting.
That's why you gaff those things before you get them in the boat.
Okay. Yeah,
I've seen a video once of like someone bringing in a swordfish and they actually ended up impaling the guy.
Harpooning them. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's why they shoot halibuts with a Glock, because if you don't, they can kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like same thing with marlins. I was watching this like Untamed and Uncut episode on Animal Planet. It's like someone caught a marlin.
It might have been a marlin that I was talking about.
Yeah, he caught a marlin, and the guy was like impaled through the jaw. It was like it didn't kill him, but like, oh lord.
I think I've seen that, but yeah, the fish are crazy. You think they're like, oh, they're stupid things? No, they know what they're doing sometimes.
Mm-hmm. On the same topic of fishing, what is the biggest freshwater fish that you have caught?
Biggest freshwater fish. I caught a 13-pound rainbow trout at the lake near my house.
Nice.
He must have been chilling in there for at least a good, 5 or 6 years.
Yeah. Rainbow trouts grow fairly steadily over.
Yeah, it was just a big lazy lake trout. Nothing crazy. But
did it taste good?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I when it comes to rainbow trout, I could talk for hours on how to cook them, but you either fillet them and cut them into, well, that guy you could cut into 6 pieces like a salmon, but You either fillet them and bread them and then fry the fillets, or you fry them whole, or you smoke them.
Yeah, smoking's pretty good. My preferred method of cooking fish is basically just filleting them and all that, then just grilling them, like just throwing them on like a charcoal grill or something like that. It's just...
The problem I've always had with grilling trout is either I cook them for too long because I'm stupid, or the skin ends up getting stuck to the grill. And the skin is my favorite part, so it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, well, that's one of the things is like when my dad cooks out fish, like we don't really live. I live in Kansas now, so like we don't really live in an area where we can catch like fresh caught fish to cook up. So like we'll cook like tilapia and stuff, and like my dad will do the same thing kind of with on the grill. Like we'll use like some of that Pam like non-stick spray, and I think there's some actual like cooking spray that will actually help with that. If I don't know.
The other option would be to get one of those non-stick pans, because I've currently got one of those that like literally nothing sticks to it.
Oh, those work then. Okay, I might have to.
Well, I mean, I use non-stick pans like when I'm cooking over the stove, but
yeah,
I never thought of putting a non-stick pan over the grill to cook a fish.
Yeah, that could probably work. Honestly, it might not get as much of a smoke flavor on.
Oh, wow! But my mind, I think I had a dyslexic moment over cooking.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're talking about the grill. We want that char taste, and you're here putting the condom on between the fish and the grill.
Fish condom.
That's a good way to put that. Honestly,
protected on the grill.
What do you want to have? Like mermaids? No, you gotta put protection on.
Hey, that's so. What
raw dogging doesn't work. Okay, don't do it. Anyway.
Mermaids, whenever she says choke me, what she actually means is bring her to the surface.
Okay.
Well, Tom. I'm gonna know your name by the end of this.
Probably. Okay. Oh yeah. So what is your favorite spice to use when you're like just cooking a fish? Like
cooking a fish? Rosemary.
Rosemary? Yeah.
Rosemary.
Yeah. Have you ever do you get like homegrown rosemary or like?
Oh yeah, we got wild rosemary all over the place around here. If you want to be crazy, nice. You can put mint on them, but that's being a bit exotic.
Yeah, no, I can.
You can mess that up pretty easy if you don't have lemons, so be careful with mint.
Sounds like that'd be the case.
Mm-hmm. My mom used to like have a rosemary plant, and she'd fix rosemary chicken. And she'd like get chicken, cook it, and get the fresh rosemary and like put it on. It was it was so good.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance, take a whole chicken and spatchcock it, and then really.
What?
Anyway, no, I thought someone giggled at that, but
Zane might have. I don't know.
It's okay.
Wait, you're talking about me now? What did I do?
I mean, spatchcock is a funny sounding word.
It is a funny sounding word, but damn, it makes some good chicken.
Spatch? Cock.
Yeah, and do that with lemon, rosemary, and oranges if you want. Tastes really
oranges. Good. Okay, I don't really know if I've cooked all that much with oranges or whatever.
See, we got oranges all over the place here, so...
Yeah, California's like the orange state, isn't it? Or something like that? Or
we're more... Honestly, nowadays, it's more tomatoes and almonds and pistachios. Well, Florida's really the orange capital.
No, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of Orange County in California.
Yeah, I mean, I live like an hour from Orange County. Oh. It's a nice place.
Yeah,
but the rent is pricey.
Price of living. Sorry, I'm interrupting. I'm not meaning to.
No, you good.
Man,
I'm sorry. The thing with California and a whole, it seems like the standard of living and just like rent and all that is like really expensive. Like,
don't get me started.
Yeah,
I've heard apparently like California's been trying to take Wisconsin's spot as like the milk capital of the U.S.
Okay, that's actually not true because they have a tax now per cow in California because of the methane gas. It's fucking retarded.
Well, I can understand why they're doing that, but that's also
it's really sad.
Not allowed to have cows here.
And you got farmers shooting the drones because the government's trying to count their cows. It's like really.
shooting the drones.
That's suspicious. That's like
they take a 12 gauge to the drones because it's like, yeah, you're not going to tax me for a cow.
You know, I'd be doing the same thing. I don't want the government watching what I do.
Honestly, I feel bad for
people show up like, all right, you
Central
shot
Valley.
a fucking drone. Now we're gonna actually come here and count it personally.
Well, I'd rather someone show up in person than a drone do it, because like,
just like they knock on your door.
Try and get a government inspector to walk through a field of cow shit. They'll never come.
Ain't that the truth?
Hunter, the drones are back.
Job.
I'll go get my shotgun.
It's like if you've ever been to a meat processing plant, you have the government inspector there to make sure the cows don't have tuberculosis. And you know, if he gets talking to someone, like 4 or 5 carcasses will pass by him, and he didn't even check them.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. A lot of folks who are inspectors can get really squeamish when it comes to looking at stuff like that.
Oh yeah, they get lazy. It's like, oh look, this tour is passing by. Let me talk to them. 20 cows just rolled by, and odds are one of them had tuberculosis. You just gave some poor family some contaminated meat. And that's just not right.
Yeah, and then you end up getting an entire area having to revoke all the meat from a store because of one incident.
Yep.
Like that shit's also really kind of hard to like treat, like for your body to treat, because part of the whole thing with tuberculosis is that like your white blood cells can't digest it.
Yeah.
And so literally, like, the only way you can get rid of it is going to a doctor.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a reason that it has the highest death count of any disease in history.
Yeah, TB it's not a fun time.
It's not a joke at all. But
no.
That's just kind of dark, because now I'm also thinking about the fact that you also have stuff like the prion that causes mad cow disease.
Yeah, I mean, anything that cow has, dude missed it in that time he's talking. So you have no idea what kind of contaminants. So then you got to leave it to the butchers who are further down the line, and they're just trying to meet quota for the day. So you really think they're going to stop if the meat looks a little funny?
Yeah.
Well, if they're worth their salt, they might.
If they're worth their salt, maybe.
Yeah.
But then they got to work, that extra little bit.
Yeah. It's just...
And all of a sudden you just got someone's brain deteriorating because there were some bad proteins.
Yeah, it's messy.
Oh, yeah.
Just good thing. Okay, right. Anyone else have any questions? I feel like I'm kind of taking up the interview
Speaking
spot.
of meat...
Yeah, let's get in here. Get in here. Hit me with your question.
Alright, so during the story with Pajama Beard, you brought your elk meat into the store, and he was like, give me some. And you're like, nah, fam. Do you think he ever had any elk jerky or any elk meat before, or do you think that was just like a trigger word for him?
No, honestly, here's the thing. I want to use his real name because that's what I'm used to calling him. So calling him Pajama Beard is just weird.
Mm-hmm.
But
Call him peanut butter.
No. Oh, just peanut butter. His I don't think it'll bog anybody. His real name was Zach, and I mean, the dude was clueless. Just literally clueless. Like, I've never seen someone just so socially and cognitively clueless in my entire life. And no, to be completely honest with you, I don't think he had ever touched an elk. I don't think he'd ever even seen one.
Probably not.
He probably just thought, oh, it's a big deer. I mean, that's kind of what elk are, but
like
there's a little
there's a difference.
I remember the one at the Grand Canyon that wasn't too happy with anyone being anywhere near it, like just looking like a big deer. But I definitely knew it wasn't just a deer.
Yeah. Yeah, bull elk are nasty. They pee on themselves, they roll in the dirt where they piss, and then they fight each other. And yeah, elk stink.
Yeah, there are actually more fatalities from elk than there are from bears.
Yeah. And then moose. Moose are even worse.
Oh Lord, they can tip a truck over.
Oh yeah.
They can total a truck.
But apparently moose meat is really good, and I would like to try some.
I would like to try some as well. Okay.
Let's go to Canada and murder moose.
All 4 of us gonna pack up in a truck. We're gonna drive to Canada. And we're gonna kill a moose illegally. Then we're gonna come back just to talk about it.
No.
Okay, well, if we're going to Canada, I'm also picking up some fucking Kinder eggs.
Kinder eggs, yes. I heard a guy got caught trying to smuggle them back, and they made him eat them all.
That sounds amazing.
What
And he had like 60
elk meat in the Kinder eggs.
That would be disgusting.
Nah, you cook it first. It'll be fine.
Chocolate meat? No.
Yeah, that probably tastes worse than that chocolate-covered bacon I had.
Chocolate-covered bacon is awful.
Yes.
Really?
Okay, I love bacon, but that just sounds like a bad idea.
I've had it mixed in ice cream.
What?
I mean,
Chocolate-covered bacon ice cream. It was the worst thing I ever ate.
Bacon is this weird cultural meme that you can literally find in anything.
That's so bad.
And
so
it
bad
literally happened because of like pork sales going down or something like that.
My cousin actually has had regular bacon ice cream before, and he says it's actually pretty good. And like,
See, I've never had regular. I just had it covered in chocolate, and I feel like that ruined it for me. Like, I don't think I'd ever touch a bacon plus anything unless it's like mac and cheese ever again.
Yeah,
I just gotta
Bacon
go to
mac
the
and
state
cheese.
fair. I can get bacon covered in probably anything. Or fried bacon there. That's fine. State fair.
Okay, since we're on the topic of meat, I've basically like I've eaten a lot of deer in my time, like just like whitetail and mule.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you could tell me like taste differential on that.
Well, from deer to what? Just deer to deer?
I mean deer to elk. Whoops.
Deer to elk. Elk has no fat at all. Zero.
Okay. So it's kind of like
elk. Yeah, with elk, if you have an elk steak, there's no fat in that sucker. And with elk sausages, actually, you have to go down when you get them processed. You have to go down and ask the butcher to grind cow lard into them, or they're the worst things on the planet.
So it's kind of like the difference between like a buffalo burger and a hamburger.
A normal burger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
All right.
It's just elk. They look like maybe they got a little fat on them. No, not at all.
They're pure muscle.
They're basically.
Oh god. Oh god.
Especially the bulls. Like, oh my gosh, the bulls have no fat. They're all muscle.
Yeah, they are just scary things.
I mean, if you've ever gotten to like hold an antler from a bull elk, and you think, damn, another elk can crack this thing off, you realize just how strong they are.
Oh yeah, no, they're ridiculously strong.
That's like the equivalent of like snapping an arm.
Basically.
Mm-hmm. So, on the topic of like wildlife and stuff like that, when I lived in Idaho, we got to go to Yellowstone quite a bit and stuff like that. Have you ever been to Yellowstone, October?
I've never been to Yellowstone.
Okay.
I would like to go, but I've never been there.
If you ever get the chance, take it and visit Old Faithful. That is like one of the best things.
That's like the staple thing to visit, right?
It is
the geyser.
It's the staple thing, but it is so worth it. It is really, really cool.
But like, isn't the Yellowstone supervolcano a thing?
Yes.
Although the ash cloud, like the main ash cloud that people know about, is actually from two separate like eruptions that happened roughly around the same time.
See, I thought they were tweaking out because it was like becoming active again or something.
It has been having a bit of a build-up, but the next explosion will probably just take out like the surrounding area.
Yeah.
So, like the Dakotans.
Mm-hmm.
Dakotas.
Rip the Dakotas. We don't need them anyway.
Just merge them both into one massive Dakota.
Basically, you could fit everyone in North Dakota into probably like 1 or 2 square blocks in Los Angeles.
I never been to either of the Dakotas, so I can't really weigh in on that one.
I went to the south one and saw Mount Rushmore, and nice. I do have to say that is like, even without the history behind it, it is kind of just an underwhelming monument because it's literally just like 4 presidents' heads carved into a mountain.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like, oh, okay, so that's.
But then you think some guy had to do that, and it's like, wow, I would not have the time nor the dedication to carve someone's face into the side of a fucking mountain. But hey, more power to you.
The only reason that Roosevelt's on there is because the guy behind it was a massive stan of Roosevelt.
Oh. Well,
and so he was like, oh, this'll get me in good with him.
And let's see here. Okay, but I was gonna ask something else, but I don't remember.
Llytic, let's hear your questions.
Oh.
I'm calling you out.
Oh boy. I mean, the main question I had that popped up was mainly one that I could go in for a reference, was asking whether or not I could call you Red, because then if you said yes, I would ask if you could threaten to shove your foot up someone's ass.
All right.
because for some reason I still remember that 70s show.
Jesus.
That's what that's referring to. Okay.
Yes.
That 70s show.
I am the dumb.
It's a lot better than that 80s show.
Is that an actual thing?
That was a thing. It was terrible.
It is, isn't it?
90s show?
Probably not, because everyone from it is dead.
Well, the people from that 70s show weren't in that 80s show, but if there was a
No, I mean, like, everyone from the 90s probably offed themselves.
Okay. The decade that would have been created would be this one. Because that 70s show was made in the 90s. That 80s show was made in the noughties, so that 90s show will probably be made in the 10s.
I see.
But I guess other than that, my main question was whether or not you had any other experiences with a neckbeard or, I guess, nice guy type person that you'd want to talk about.
There's this kid at school who literally every conversation he ever starts just has to talk about cars. The dude smells foul, but he'll ask you about your car. And this is high school, by the way, that I was talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, he would always he'd be like, "Hey, how's your car?" It's like, "I don't have a car. Stop asking about it."
Why the car? All I can think about is that guy on like My Strange Addiction, who's like technically like
fucking his car
with his that guy. Yeah. Like that's all.
I mean, what is he doing? Putting his dick in the exhaust and then letting the shifter go up his ass? Like,
I think
the brake?
Part of it.
That just sounds.
Some of the other
that's
stuff
foul.
might be masturbation.
Ugh, that's just bad.
Zane.
Now, if we're gonna do the sound effects, let's do it right.
Ooh.
Dang it, I am uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable? That's my specialty, making people uncomfortable.
That's my secret.
Hey, granted, it's not hard to make me uncomfortable, but
when anything sexual comes up, you get uncomfortable.
Yeah. Now, gonna own up to that one, just a little bit, but
that's all right.
At least the stuff that made Zane uncomfortable, I could understand.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions, Zane?
Yeah, speaking of uncomfortable, you said when the story takes place you were 17.
Mm-hmm.
And Pajama Beard was 22?
Yep.
When did you figure out each other's ages, and how did that not stop him? Like, I don't know what the age of consent is in California, but that's like...
Oh, it's 18. It's 18.
Yeah, exactly! So what's wrong with this man?
So I played with everyone's ages. So I messed with the ages so that, in the off chance that someone recognized who I was talking about, that, they wouldn't be able to essentially, like, lock on to who I was talking about. So they'd be like, oh, no, they're too old or they're too young. But he was still over 21.
Okay.
And I was still under 18.
Did you tell this man this, and he still pursued?
Yes.
What
I said,
fuck?
Aren't you older? And he said, yeah. I'm 23. And I was like, damn. I'm like 16.
Jeez.
He was in for the kill.
Oh, God.
That makes it worse than how it was presented in the story, because that goes from a 5-year age gap to a 7-year.
Yeah, it's just bad.
Okay, when you're like 36 and 30, that's a little bit
That's
better,
okay. But before 18, no.
No.
I mean, I can't really say anything because Matt was older than I was. He was 19, but that's different.
Well, I mean, that's still like a 2 or 3 years age difference. That's not a huge age difference.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, that's a 3-year age difference.
Mm-hmm. And
it's like I met you in like school, and we're still going to the same
basically.
school.
Basically,
I'm an adult, and you're not.
Yeah,
I'm an adult. And you can't buy cigarettes yet. That kind of thing.
And honestly, he was, like I said, he just was clueless. A clueless man. And dare I call him a man because he wasn't.
Sad.
He was,
a sad thing that exists.
Yeah, he was a man-child, really. Speaking of which, I knew he had a dad, and I knew the dad was there. Never saw him once. I maybe saw him drive in, maybe, but now I don't even remember.
Yeah, some things are better left forgotten, probably.
Yeah, honestly. I've forgotten bits and pieces, but I know there was a dad. I know he was there.
Maybe his mass was so large, his body sucked the memory out of your head.
His gravitational pull got rid of the memory.
Maybe. I just wish I could have scrubbed the rest of it from my mind.
Yeah.
With the dad, like, that kind of, like, brings to mind the fact of what kind of mental state do you have to be in to bring an RV to a camp and then go
That
into
was
one of
the funniest thing. I had just gotten there, and I turn around, and there's this fat RV. I'm like, they must be going to the campground, right? They must have got one of the big spots at the campground, and, you know, they're part of the Sierra Club, and that's their shindig. No! Cabin!
Okay.
It like, knocked my IQ down 5 points, just seeing it.
So how well equipped are those cabins there anyway? Like,
Okay, so the cabins are actually from the 1922 Olympics, so they're not well equipped. They dragged them up there, so they're yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, so like
Someone shot a 22 through my cabin actually, and there's a hole that I can see through.
Were you
if you
there
want
when
the
this
truth?
happened?
No, it happened during the winter if I had to guess, but yeah, there's a little hole that I can see through. I stuck a pencil in it.
Well, that stopped the breeze coming through, right?
Yeah, like I said, 0 insulation, which is why I slept next to the heater a lot of the nights. But I wouldn't sleep on the couch because that thing was nasty, so I'd put a sleeping bag over it.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah,
like,
you know.
Yeah.
The only thing that can come to mind is that they have been doing a long-ass road trip, and they just needed to sleep somewhere that wasn't the RV for once.
No.
But even
they were
then-
locals.
In the area?
They were locals, trust me.
They were
You know the Owens type when you see them. Owens Valley, I mean.
So was the mom there too?
Yeah, Mom
Yes.
was gross.
Yeah,
Mom was Miss Piggy.
I was gonna ask. Okay,
the
so
second Miss Piggy we've come across.
No,
So
I
did-
remember in the story, the mom was like getting food out of her for like bra, and you could like see
Picked out of her
belly.
bra, mate.
Okay, so did
And
she
that was
have-
not the only occasion where I saw her eat food out of a part of her body that she should not have been storing nor eating food out of.
You don't
What?
have to go. You don't have to go into detail if you don't want to, but the viewers might want to know. Don't.
How do I put this?
No, you don't have to. Like I said, I'm really dissuading you from this.
It was very
Pants?
close to her private area. Let's just put it that way.
Okay, so did she have a haircut that just kind of screamed, "I want to speak with the manager"?
Kinda, yeah. And you know, I tried to say she smelled like that 80s hairspray. That stuff that you use it to blowtorch Black Widows.
Okay. I know exactly what you're talking about because I've had a few. I work at Walmart, so I'll let that. Kind of speak for
Walmart in
itself.
Kansas. Walmart in Kansas.
Well, the one I work at is actually really nice. Like
I'm gonna tip my hat to you anyway because it's Walmart in Kansas.
I worked at a Walmart.
Tom.
I worked at a Walmart in a small town in Texas too, so that was
Texas Walmart.
Yep, small town Texas Walmart.
Oof.
I'm originally from Texas, so like, but it's
Yeah,
like
you said you're from Dallas Fort Worth area, right?
yeah, a place called Mansfield. It's closer to Fort Worth than Dallas. But
Time to dox Tom.
And I'm just sitting here from San Bernardino.
Way to self-dox.
I'm kidding.
But,
I don't live there.
yeah,
I was
but
just born there.
Yeah, but the town I lived in before I moved here to Kansas. Like I said, my dad's a pastor. We've moved around a bit. And it was a town of 15,000 people, and it
Nice.
was a lot smaller than that until the meatpacking plant opened up. So there are a lot of folks who've come over from other countries who've been looking for work and stuff like that. And it's like they're fine. I never had any trouble with Hispanic people there. They were always polite and fun to laugh with and stuff like that. It was just there were also some really trashy white people who had come through too.
See, I'm a quarter Hispanic, but I'm also 3/4 German. So it's like, what does that make me? A gingerbread man?
Yes? Question mark. Yeah, no, but it's like,
Am I made of house or is house made of me?
he screams because he does not know. Yeah, no, I never had that problem. I'm probably the whitest person you'll meet. I am Scotch Irish, so.
Oh, all right. Yeah, my dad's Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Nice.
But yeah, no, that's one of the whole things. It's like we had a trailer park in the town, and there were quite a few people who came from the trailer park every weekend. Everyone everyone who came through my line would buy a 36 pack of Bud Light or something like that, and it's
nice.
It'd be like, okay, y'all are gonna have a good weekend this night. Just make sure you have fun and don't get on the roads, because that's not a good idea.
Yeah,
but,
just tell them not to drive.
Yeah,
I hate drunk drivers.
Yeah, that's not
I
a.
understand that. Yeah.
Part of me makes me want to like just run them off the road on purpose. But
Yeah,
then I get in trouble for it, so it's like, not worth it.
That's the whole thing. So I'm getting way off topic. I'm not going to go into that story, but it just running off.
Do it. You brought it up. Now you got to commit.
Okay, fine.
On, Tom.
Turn into the interview of Tom.
I'm sorry. I'm not. I was trying to.
This is Tom's day. Let him have it.
No, that's probably best that it doesn't go to me, but okay, I'll go into the story anyway, because our guest said, like, just go for it. Okay, Zane, I'll hurry up. My dad is very stubborn when it comes to a whole bunch of things. He was able to run a semi-truck off the road when he was in a little Chevy Nova at one point.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Chevy Nova v semi?
Yeah.
Come now.
He's run plenty of semi trucks off the road. He's told me the stories, and the way he.
That's awful.
The way
he was a pastor.
Yeah, he was a musician. He was a musician before he was a pastor. But like,
has God helped him not run semi drivers off the road?
Probably. It's these. God's probably been watching
the cocaine at the time, but
God's probably been watching over him too, because like
he should have died. Yeah,
he should have died multiple times.
I'll pray for you as you drive off the road.
He's already dead.
All right, I'll shut up about me now. Let's get back to the reason we're here tonight. Okay, October. So, have you ever? Do you hunt a lot? You've talked about fishing and like guns and stuff like that. Are you an avid hunter or anything like that?
See, the problem is California. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I would, if not for California.
The last time I went hunting was last year. I went elk hunting in Pioche, Nevada. That was it.
Okay.
That was with a family friend. Fire chief at Mount Charleston, actually.
Oh, nice.
Dude is 6'8". All right? I look like a Tic Tac compared to him.
Yeah.
A Tic Tac.
How tall are you?
Yeah, I was about to
I'm 5'4", and I think I said that in the stories, actually.
I mean, you might have. I have an excuse because I came in like at the second half or whatever.
Oh no, but yeah, I'm a midget compared to him.
Yeah, okay, fine.
I look like an Oompa Loompa standing next to Willy Wonka. It's like, why?
Hey, small but mighty. I have a cousin who she goes by that term because she's like 5'4" as well.
Got more fury because she's closer to hell.
That's funny because I actually had a kid. He wants to be a priest. He's like avid, Catholic.
Okay.
And he thought I was demonically possessed.
Oh, Lord.
He was convinced.
Just because of the Elkhart video you told me about.
Actually, I tried to find that file just to send it to you guys, just to creep you out. Couldn't find it.
Elkhart?
I tried.
What did you do? Elkhart?
Okay, well, actually, you might as well tell him. Yeah.
Okay, so this was the Pioche hunt. We had shot a nice bull. Dennis had got lucky, pulled a tag. Sorry, Dennis. And Dennis says, "Hey, why don't you help me clean it?" And I was like, "That's fine." So whip out my knife, start cutting it down the middle. And he's like, "Hey, look at the heart." And he's like, "We can roast that." And I was like, "Nah, watch this." So I ripped that sucker out and start eating it like an apple.
Ate it raw. You ate it raw.
And David, his brother, is filming me the whole time. And I have a conversation with him. And he's just trying not to die laughing.
Well,
he's also scared shitless.
Is that safe to do?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. It's perfectly safe. Heck,
yep.
It's
also very nutritious.
Wow.
Minus the fats that you're missing.
I want to try that now.
Elk heart. Don't eat like a rat's heart raw or something.
No. Oh, heck no. That's like voodoo.
Yeah. If you want the bubonic plague.
Yeah, no. But
my immediate thought was like regular deer and it was like Lyme disease, but I guess
I could just eat an elk's heart?
Elk may stink, but they taste really fucking good.
Oh yeah, I've had elk jerky. It's
elk jerky is to die for.
Yeah, it's really good. Like, and this was in Idaho. We had this place. They homemade all their jerky. It was amazing.
Nice.
But
yeah.
Okay, I was gonna ask something. Okay, so when you skinned the elk and pulled the heart out, was it the knife that you about in your in the Pajama Beard story?
For the cut, yes, but for skinning it, no. Skin and knives are different than those.
Yeah, skinning
knives.
Yeah, skin and knives are different.
I have a silver stag for skinning.
Oh, okay. If I remember correctly, that's a really nice one. I'm more of a
they're American made, handmade steel knives.
Oh, good American steel.
Nice. You can quarter a hog with them.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Nice.
And if you've ever skinned a boar, especially a wild boar, they have this like armor plate on the side of their body, which is why you can't shoot them in the side or they won't die.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Nope. You gotta go
you can't cut through it, but you can cut under it with a silver stag, and that's pretty good because most knives they can't do that.
Yeah, that's really good. Silver stag. Oh, that's a good knife.
I also ended up finding out that boars do not become infertile due to radiation.
No, they do not. Chernobyl was a thing.
Yeah, boars? So there's literally just a population of irradiated boars that are still able to breed.
Oh, yeah.
And you thought
the thing is that I'm actually really big into, like, radiation, the effects of it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, the radiation, if anything, not only did it mess with their brains, made some of them more aggressive, it made them smaller. If you look at the whales catfish that they have in the cooling ponds right outside of reactor number 4, they're midgets compared to what they're supposed to be. And it's not because of a lack of food. It's just their genetics. They're just fucked.
So rather than making things grow like you see in monster movies, radiation stunts.
Radiation stunts growth. If you look at the kids who were born, either the mom was pregnant during the disaster, or they were born like either immediately 4, or even the young kids 2 and 3, most of them had childhood leukemia.
Oh, wow.
It stunted their growth and killed them.
Yeah,
and the Russian government won't talk about it.
Ugh.
It's really, really sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
Every single helicopter pilot that they had fly over the fire to put it out by dumping sand and rubber and lead pellet died or dead. Wow. If you look at the pictures, you can see the radiation, on the actual film. That's how many Wreckens were just chilling after the explosion, and they had no idea. The liquidators had no clue. It's so sad.
That's major tragedy right there.
That's what happens when something shreds your DNA.
Yeah, in my personal opinion, radiation is the deadliest killer. You can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it, you can't touch it, but by the time you taste that metal taste, you're already dead.
Yeah,
you're already dead.
And then the ones even indirectly affected get cancer and other things.
Yeah, they get cancer. There was this poor girl. She was bald. 10 years old and bald. Totally bald. Had no hair on her whatsoever. I mean, eyebrows, eyelashes, any hair anywhere else, gone.
Wow. That's
how deadly, this stuff is. But if you look at most nuclear disasters in history, it's not the fault of the reactor. It's the people.
Yep.
Most of them are human error.
Yeah.
That's the worst part.
That's the way I look at things. And gonna be upfront, I think nuclear power is a good way to go. But
I do as well, actually. You'd be surprised.
Yeah. It's with the human error thing, people can be really stupid.
Oh yeah.
So if we ever do nuclear power, we need to get like some rigorous training courses, make sure everyone is trained right. And everyone just knows how dangerous this stuff is.
Yeah, because the U.S., if you look at 3 Mile Island, it was improper. That's it.
Yeah.
Literally, if they would have been trained right, it would have been fine.
Mm-hmm. I was like, there's also the issue of like making sure that these things are built in a way where.
Oh yeah, and that was the other thing that was wrong with the RBMK light graphite, which is what the Soviets were using. It was built with flaws, and even the KGB knew it. They sent a memo to the people who built it, like, "Hey, we think your reactor might be prone to having hot spots, therefore exploding." They ignored it. Because we are number one here in Russia. We got to beat America. That was the idea. That's it. That's literally it. That's why they did it. And it cost them, they estimate anywhere between 16,000 and 64,000 lives.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just I don't know when the most recent one in Japan was, but like
Fukushima Daiichi and Fukushima Daini 2011.
2011. Okay, yeah, because those ones were earthquake caused.
Yeah, but again, if you look at the way the facility was planned, you're next to the ocean, right? Just think about it this way: you're next to the ocean. So logically speaking, where would you want your generator to be? Your backup generator. You'd want it to be above sea level, right?
Yeah.
That way, in the event of an earthquake or a tsunami, it doesn't get water on it, right?
Yeah.
Guess where the backup generators were?
Below
sea level, in the basement.
Ooh.
So you know what they did? They said, let's put flood doors on it. Flood doors are not going to stop the fucking ocean.
Nope. The Earth's a little more powerful than the constructs of humanity.
Yeah. So, and then they scratch their heads and wonder why it happened. Because of shitty planning. Tokyo Electric Company, they're responsible for the whole thing, and it's because they couldn't plan properly.
Yeah.
That's it. And the thing is that what they don't tell you about Fukushima Daiichi is that there was actually a sister plant, Fukushima Daini, that their 2 reactors, 5 and 6, were also critical, but their team pulled their act together, and they were able to cool them down before they exploded.
Okay.
Wow.
I think I heard about that actually.
Yeah.
It happened in. I can't remember. 2011 was 8 years ago, so I think I was in middle school at that point in time. But I remember.
I was really young.
Yeah, I remember we were doing some reports on it, and I was in some of the honors classes, and I had some classmates who were like, okay, they make A+ on everything. They're probably going to be the minds of this generation. And there was someone who actually dug up a story and said there was a sister plant that had actually had stuff happen. And I was paying a little bit of attention because it was a current event, but I remember a lot of folks were really skeptical about it. But like,
no, there's a sister plant. It's Fukushima Daini and Daiichi. So Daini is a sister plant.
Okay.
They don't talk about Daini because they were able to save it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
But they talk about Daiichi because it exploded.
Something that's not a disaster typically isn't going to be put
doesn't
on
get covered. But it should be because the people who were at Daini were fucking heroes.
Yeah. Nope, that's one of the things. It's just
because imagine because the only reason why I think it was number 2 didn't explode was because number 3's explosion actually blew a back door, so all the radioactive hydrogen was actually able to escape. That's why it didn't explode. But the problem with that was you just released cesium-137 into the atmosphere.
Yeah. Good
Talk about sleeping with the fishes, right? That shit'll kill you.
I shouldn't laugh at that, but
no, it's funny. It's okay.
Yeah, no,
You can laugh.
I try not to laugh at things that have caused tragedies and stuff like that, but it's
well, I mean, cesium-137 is the cesium-137 didn't do anything. I mean, kinda, but not really. It's not like it woke up and is like, yeah, I want to be a radioactive isotope that kills people.
Yeah, nature doesn't really just decide to go out and murder someone.
It just got a really shitty role. It could have been gold, but it's not.
Interesting. Well,
not wrong.
I had another question, but like I don't know. This is fascinating. And so like
we got sidetracked into something I enjoy, and
that's
cool.
No, if you're talking about something you enjoy, that's always a good thing. I love hearing people talk about things they're passionate about. And
but I also want to entertain. I'm not here to drag your balls through the mud.
You're not. Don't worry. Like this is a huge reprieve from some of the stuff we've been reading. Like I really needed this.
You really needed it, huh?
Yeah. We aren't having to talk about Link fucking.
Oh, please do not bring up the fucking water sports story.
Okay, I was referring to Back to the Frollo, but like, okay.
Hey, you said Link, so
if we're going back to my inner life, not my inner life, my inner life. Yeah.
It's got 3 layers. We're talking about the inner one.
It's like an ogre.
Dream within a dream. Inception.
Honestly, I prefer Blade Runner, but that's just me.
I have not seen Blade Runner, actually.
Oh my gosh, what are you doing with your life? What have you done?
I wish I knew. I want to see Blade Runner.
Blade Runner is an excellent film.
I just live under a rock. I don't know anything.
Hey, watch Blade Runner.
Harrison Ford is an amazing actor. Like,
dude, Harrison Ford has never looked better than he did in the original Blade Runner. That's a nice piece of ass right there, let me tell you.
It's definitely better than when he was in Hollywood Cop.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, you thought he looked good as Han Solo? Watch Blade Runner.
He looked a little young then, and I think he hates that role, honestly.
Oh, he hated being Deckard, because he wanted him to be human. And Ridley Scott was like, nah, he's a replicant. And then they argued over it, and then Ridley Scott was like, nah, when I do the last film, you're a replicant. And guess what? He was a replicant.
Wait, what was this in?
2049.
Yeah, the second Blade Runner.
Okay, yeah.
Not all
Ryan Gosling is also hot. I'd like to point that out.
I liked Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones too. I mean, just Harrison
Yeah,
Ford.
but he looked even better in Blade Runner. And I know that's saying something, but he did.
Yeah, Harrison Ford's a real stand-up guy too.
Yeah, I don't think he's a bad guy at all.
Yeah,
which is surprising because a lot of Hollywood is full of really questionable people.
Power does that.
Yeah, power corrupts. But that's one of the things. Dang it, I'm going back to stories that I have.
Every story in the book, this man's got.
Yeah, but this. When I lived in Idaho Falls, there's this place called the Snakebite Bar and Grill. It had like buffalo burgers and a whole bunch of really good food and stuff there. And I ate there a few times. But the interesting thing was Harrison Ford has property up in the Sawtooth Mountains, which is around the area that I was living in.
Yeah, yeah.
And one of the members of our church had actually seen Harrison Ford Snakebite Bar and Grill in our little town, which was within walking distance of the house that I was in.
Huh.
It was just kind of cool and all that, and it just
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
the closest I ever got to a movie star was when my little town that I live in was burning, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he was still the governor of California, showed up to talk to the firefighters because he totally knew how to handle the fire. And by that, you can probably figure out where I live, and I don't give a fuck.
So was he like giving them advice, or
no? He was just like, "Hey, you know what? Good job, you guys. You did real good. Keep fighting that fire."
Publicity
that was
stuff.
it.
Okay.
I don't even remember when it was. I was really young, maybe like 2006.
Huh.
But even then, it might have been, before that. But there was just a bunch of wildfires, and he was like, I'm going to go talk to these firefighters at this little regional park in this little town, and it's going to be amazing. And I remember the streets were so crowded with people, and no one really saw him.
Huh. Was it amazing, though? That's the question.
See, the thing is that the regional park where he gave it was actually closed. So only the firefighter personnel were in there. Like, only the firefighters themselves, the crew. So we didn't actually hear anything that he said. I think it might have been televised, but that was it.
It probably was. But
I will say, I do find, like, his history kind of hilarious, because he actually was, like, I think he was either a billionaire or a millionaire before he went into acting.
Yeah.
Because he had a bricklaying company.
Yep.
And one of the things he noticed, at the time he didn't speak like much of any English, but he noticed that businesses in the US that tend to get a lot of traffic at that time were the ones that were advertising that they were doing something in the style of another country. So like
pretty much.
Your East Asian massage parlors or something like that.
East Asian massage.
And so he called his like bricklaying company European Bricklaying. Like Austrian bricklaying or something like that, because he knew that he'd get more business because of the fact that he's advertising it being as from a different place.
That's funny.
That's intelligent.
Yeah, that's very
smart.
He's smarter than people give him credit for.
Oh yeah.
You got to be smart to do stuff like that. You know, one of the reasons why he had so little lines in Conan the Barbarian was because he didn't know as much English.
Can I just say that Conan the Barbarian's soundtrack is lit? It's great.
It's a really good soundtrack.
Yeah.
However, because he had limited grasp of English, Conan was portrayed differently as he is in the books. Because in the books, Conan was a very intelligent warrior. Yeah, he was a savage, but like
he could think. 2 + 2 is 4.
Yeah, but whenever whenever the opportunity arose, he would wear armor and he would wear a helmet, because wearing a helmet is smart in medieval combat.
Yeah.
Go figure.
I don't know. You see Arnold Schwarzenegger's muscles.
I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger's muscles probably count as chainmail at least.
Oh yeah.
I think it's just like armor through
that, and
intimidation.
human skin is way thicker than you would think.
Yeah.
Don't ask how I know that.
No, I've
Turns out she actually did try to stab Zach.
Rest in peace, Zach.
It's just that the knife wasn't able to get through.
Basically.
Had like this thick layer of grease over the skin.
It's just the fat cap, like a whale. Just blubber, really.
Oh.
4 inches of padding between him and death.
Reminds me of
But unfortunately, the knife was only 3.
Yeah, basically.
I still have the link to the knife that you have on Amazon bookmarked. I'm gonna order it at some point
eBay
in time.
or is it Amazon or eBay?
I think
literally
it's
I had to look up the knife by the model number to find it because it's from the 80s.
I saw it. It's at a reasonable price. It looks like a really nice knife too.
It's nice, and you know what the best part is? You can put stuff in the pommel.
Really?
Yeah, it unscrews.
That's okay. That's really cool.
Yeah, I've put water in there at some point when I don't know. I just was screwing around. Put water. Don't put water in there.
Yeah, probably not the best idea.
But no, I have a little rip saw for in the event that the little saw on the back of the knife isn't enough for cutting a branch of some kind. I can just cord saw that.
Nice. Okay.
I also have some waterproof matches in there as well.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's a decent little cavity.
It can hold quite a few things. Like is it a small book of matches or like
it's a bundle of matches.
Okay.
You want to go circular when you're going in a circular hole.
That tends to be the case.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point.
I also keep a map in there of the area.
Oh, okay. Hey, that's always smart.
You get your little tiny map and you put it in there, and then I've seen someone put a tiny compass in theirs. All sorts of little handy stuff that you would lose otherwise. Yeah, that's. Just don't be dependent on it, because if you lose the knife, then you lost all that. So, have backups.
I just imagine you fill in the pommel of the knife with sand, pommel sand, as you just throw it into someone's eyes.
Pocket sand.
Why does that make me think of Gladiator and Russell Crowe?
That's another one.
Fighting around the world with Russell Crowe.
I typically always think about Russell Crowe, but
dude, Russell Crowe, when he was fighting all those people in South Park, called him out on it. That was probably one of the funniest things I've ever witnessed.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, why are you getting in fights, dude? Is this like your way of having a midlife crisis? Just testosterone spike, gotta punch everybody to death?
Apparently he's just really fucking difficult to work with.
Apparently, yeah. But he makes some damn good movies.
He did really well in that one Robin Hood movie that he did. Like, that was... Okay.
In that one Robin Hood movie.
There was a movie called, like, Robin Hood, I think is what it was called. And I really enjoyed it.
I'm just gonna say it now. Outside of Men in Tights, I have not seen a good Robin Hood adaptation. I'm gonna say it flat out.
Prince of Thieves.
I mean, the story of Robin Hood in general is just kind of like steal from the rich, give to the poor.
Yeah,
all right, socialism.
It's an all right story. It's just a whole thing of like, because of how much people, like how well people tend to know it, or how like ingrained it is in the public consciousness.
Yeah,
you can't do much of anything interesting with the movie. Like,
yeah, what are you gonna do? Like, make all the main characters horses?
That would actually probably be more interesting.
No. Make all the main characters anthropomorphic animals.
So we're talking about furries now.
We're talking about Disney.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Disney Robin Hood, which I still enjoy.
So I was like, I've had to deal with furries, and they make me very uncomfortable.
Nope. You and me both.
Remember when I talked about those lesbian weebos? And yes, I call them weebos and not weeboos.
Yeah.
What?
One of them was a furry. They wore a tail quite often. And at one point or another, they sent me a picture of them in their fursuit.
Oh my
God.
I wish I still had it.
Like, I will say this, like, nobody cringes harder at furries than furries.
I don't know. I feel like they have no shame.
Well, not like...
anyone who's bold enough to put on a mascot costume and then fucking it probably has no shame.
Those are typically, like, considered degenerate, like, if you've ever, like, looked at the comments for any videos on, like, furry cringe, you'll typically see stuff.
You'll see those ones that are like, oh no, we're not like that. But then you see things like Kiro the Wolf, and it's like, are you sure about that?
Typically, I don't see the ones like, I can't, like, it's more like, yeah, I'm a furry and I hate furries.
Yeah.
For this exact reason.
I'd say the one example I saw of that was that, I forgot what his name is now. But there's just, internet historian is my dad.
He's your dad?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I was supposed to be like, what?
He's too British for me.
Yeah. Rainforest, though. That was a bunch of cringy furries.
That was really bad. Is shitting in the diapers and putting them on people's cars? Really?
Their lawns.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's just bad. Furries are interesting folk.
Like the diaper.
Interesting is a kind way to put it.
I'm just trying to be PC.
Again, I'm pretty sure you say something offensive about furries. Most of the people saying I'm right there with you will be other furries.
Gotta put that PC in NPC.
Yeah, just gonna say it. Furries are fucking weird, man.
I remember what all my friends used to think I was a furry, and it pissed me off.
Send
think that
because when I was in fucking middle school, I read those like Warriors books, and everyone.
Oh
laughed at
no!
me,
I
like,
read the Warriors books, and that's no grounds.
That's the only reason people thought I was
Guys,
a furry.
I'm a crocodile.
Like, I read the Redwall books, and I still love those books to this day. They're about anthropomorphic animals, but like it's there. That is no grounds to call someone a furry. That's genuinely good storytelling. And
I had someone call me a werewolf for very limited reasons. All right,
Allergic to everything.
I am, and it's sad because I can't wear nice jewelry. Gotta wear that titanium shit.
Sister's allergic to fake silver, actually. So, like, she's
the real stuff makes my skin green. It's real gross. Actually, at one point, got a super bad ear infection because of it.
Ooh.
Legit thought they were gonna have to cut the lobe of my ear off.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah, because I had kind of ignored it, and I was like, "Oh no, it'll be fine. It'll go away." It did not.
Mm-hmm.
It was not fine.
I genuinely prefer werewolf stories to vampire stories, just if we're talking about werewolves here, but like, I don't know, just interesting thing.
Yeah, I had half of my graduating class still probably thinks I'm a werewolf.
Well, okay
true.
then. That's their loss.
It's really, really sad.
So, Pajama
High
Beard
school
or whatever thought he was a werewolf too, right?
Yes, he did.
Oh my god.
So, did he do howling more than once or whatever? Or do you think?
I neglected to bring it up mainly because it was just really fucking irritating.
Does it piss you off just to think about it?
Yes, it does.
Howling again.
Okay. I've done it before, but when I'm drunk with a bunch of friends, that's different.
Yeah.
Doing it seriously, just doing it legitimately seriously,
and
for whatever reason, don't do it.
And actually, you're thinking you're a fictional character. You're not, guys.
Yeah.
Werewolves don't exist.
They don't. As far as you're concerned, they don't.
Not in this universe, they don't.
Why do people go for werewolves? Like,
because of the
mainstream.
Mainstream. The whole like I want to be a monster thing. It's just such teenage stereotype. It's gross.
It's kind of how others go for foxes.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like,
with otherkin and furries, it's either I'm a dragon or I'm a wolf.
Yeah, you're never
and there's no in between.
You're never going to see someone say they're a marabou stork.
Yeah,
that would be a jellyfish. That seems like fun.
Do you identify with jellyfish on a spectral level?
No, I just think it would be cool to stab people and they'd have to pee to get rid of the poison.
But
just
guys,
like shake somebody's hand. Oh, sorry, you're poisoned now on accident.
Yeah.
No brain, no heart. Your mouth is also your anus. I think I can identify.
Hey, but if you don't have a brain, you don't have to think about it.
Yeah, but guys,
or if I was a monster, I'd want to be the Lady of the Lake.
Lady of the Lake.
So you could throw swords at people?
Yes.
If I'm
You're king now.
If I was gonna be a monster, I would just be a Lovecraftian horror because those are the most
Lovecraft.
Oh, look at that giant monster throwing sword at him. You're king now.
I'm just imagining Cthulhu. Cthulhu holding a sword, Excalibur.
Very confused Cthulhu.
Confused. I'm gonna say that from now on. You've given me a new word, and it's confused.
I for one, will welcome our tentacled overlords.
It's just like, I'm already above a king. What do you mean I'm king?
Do you also like hentai?
No.
Specifically the octopus variety.
I will admit, I am like the closest to being a true neckbeard out of everyone in this call.
Send a pic. Do it.
No, not like that Neckbeard. I mean like personality-wise. I'm like close to like Neckbeard.
Speaking of which, I haven't heard you talk much, so you need to speak up, my friend.
Oh. Well, like
insert yourself into this conversation.
Why?
Go balls deep.
Because we love you, Zane, and we want to hear from you.
We do.
Fuck
I love
off.
you, Zane. You gotta speak to me. Hey!
No, that was for Tom, not you. Sorry.
What did you say?
I said fuck off.
I'm kidding. I pretended to be offended.
Okay, man. Dude, like,
All right. Because I was just gonna be serious and just ask more random bullshit questions about peanut butter.
I'm open to questions.
So I think we called your boyfriend a Chad at some point, several times.
I said that entirely jokingly, and I would like to clarify that right now. He was not a Chad.
Well, besides the point, because you mentioned your family at some point, I was wondering if only your boyfriend got into this, or like, did you mention this to your family? Like,
oh hell no!
Yeah.
My dad probably would have wanted to shot him. They just fucking shot his ass.
Some things you, speaking for someone who's really close with family, some things you don't tell your family because they would overreact immensely.
Yeah, for their sake, and it's not even that like I'm super close with my family. It's just like it's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
I've got two little sisters. My dad is a little bit overprotective of all three of us, and it's even worse with girls because like my dad's real old school conservative when it comes to some things. So so
is my dad.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's like you don't mention some things like that. Like I've had
you don't bring it up. It's just not worth it.
I've talked with my sisters with some things, and it's like, okay, I'm taking this secret to my grave because no one needs to know about this one.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm no longer dating him, by the way. I think I should throw that out there.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. He decided army life for him, and I said, you can go fuck yourself.
Okay. For what it's worth, I'm sorry that happened.
Hey, don't feel bad. He was the most cowardly person I'd ever met in my entire life.
Okay. maybe the army will allow him to grow a pair.
Oh yeah. He's gonna be someone's fuck buddy. And it's not gonna be a chick.
That's scathing right there.
Oh yeah. I mean, he had no balls. He wouldn't even break up with me in person. He was scared.
Oh, wow.
Over text after a year of dating. Over text.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk about a low blow.
Speaking from experience, guys, break up in person. It's really not a
break up in person. You're a fucking pussy.
Yeah. No,
It's basically it.
I dated a girl and I broke up via text. I regret that so much to this day.
Burn in hell.
Yeah, no.
Burn in hell, Tom.
Yeah, among other things. That's why I believe in the grace of God.
Yeah.
But
the Lord may forgive you one day.
Yeah, I hope so. But
yeah, pro tip for any young bachelors out there. If you're gonna date a girl, especially for an extended period of time, when you break up with her, she needs closure. And so do you, whether you think it at the time or not. Yeah. Always break up in person, so that way the reasons can be clarified. Because I still don't know exactly why. I mean, my idea is basically the army, but for all I know, he was with someone at work. Don't leave yourself open to suspicion, because people will think a lot less of you, and people talk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I talk to other people. So, he's not exactly well liked around these parts anymore. Yeah. Which is why he's leaving.
And speaking from the other side of that coin, like, seriously, if you're gonna have regrets in your life, don't let something like that be one of your regrets.
Yeah, don't let love be a regret.
Because I gotta go for a bit. Something came up, alright?
Okay, alright.
Something came up, I gotta go.
Alright.
I feel I still have to be back, but I gotta go.
Yeah. Alright. But, like, have the decency to talk to them in person, because I just to remember this moment, I saved the exact message that I sent to this particular girl.
Oh jeez.
I look at it and I figure out how I can do better next time. And it's still something that weighs heavily on me. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to let this go. It
Hey, you know what you should do? You should talk to her. That's the only solution for you to be able to let it go. I'm serious. The only way to clear it up is if you actually talk to her. Otherwise, you're just gonna be like, damn, I should have done it this way. Apologizing is pretty much the only way out at this point.
Yeah, no, she responded to the text I sent, and we talked a little bit afterwards. It was a little awkward, but it was like, I don't know. It's gonna be kind of difficult considering she's in another state now, and like,
yeah, even a phone call is better than a text.
Hey.
I'll just throw that out there. Even a phone call.
At very least, they're able to hear your voice with that one.
Yeah,
exactly.
If you sound distraught, it really helps. Even if you're not.
And speaking to someone voices are better than words, and I felt like I could let words speak better. I was very, very wrong on that. So
you got to use your how do I put this here? Communication skills.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to use verbal communication skills, because if you don't, then you never mature as a person.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'm now just thinking of like one of the most existentially funny ends to like any sort of relationship I've had with a person.
Let's hear it.
Oh, okay. So basically, the whole thing. I met this lady at a con.
Mm-hmm.
Texting back and forth, all that sort of stuff. Which this is the same person who bit me at the same con.
What?
Like in a flirty way, or
yes.
Oh, okay. And you're into that, I'm guessing.
More or less.
Yeah. Okay, so you sound like Matthew. Because guess what? He also had a kink for that, except I gave it to him.
I mean, I bit her back, so...
No. I mean, he would get a full flag when I would do it. It was incredible.
Then I'm over here, it's like, hand-holding is nice, guys.
You fucking degenerate. But, okay. So basically what happened, at the time I was in Wisconsin, like after that, and cell service there at the time for my carrier plan is spotty as fuck.
Yeah.
So at one point, she ends up saying she wants a shirtless pic.
Nice.
Here's the thing.
So you send it.
I did, but I'm not sure it ever went through.
Oh. How are you not sure?
I never got a reply after I sent it.
Did you ever send another one?
I didn't send one after. She had seen me without my shirt on before that.
Oh. That's strange.
So what makes me find this so funny is the fact that, like, on her end, it's literally just, from what I best can tell, she asked for a shirtless pic, and then I never responded.
Unopened.
That's pretty sad.
Like, it is one of the funniest things to me, like, just, this has to be, like, really fucking weird for her perspective.
Yeah. That's like, oh man, I'm too self-conscious about my nipples. Can't send that pic.
Like, hey, can I get a shirtless pic?
Yeah. That's one thing I've never done, is send pictures of myself. Because here's my idea behind it. If I can have it in person, why not have it in person?
Oh, yeah.
My old roommate came... Okay.
Oh, well.
Alright, you're fine, buddy.
Yeah, it's really cool. But
you're alright.
I mean, I guess part of my whole thing with that is that stuff like that, there's also always the worry that if shit goes sour, there's always the chance that they're going to end up putting...
There is blackmail. Blackmail is
like,
a thing.
Revenge porn sites are a thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And that's some fucked up shit. Don't
ever tape it. Don't ever take pictures of yourself and send it. See it in person and remember it in your head.
If they ask to tape it, there's probably something wrong with them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they're going on a trip.
Because, I mean, here's the thing. It's, I see you in person or I watch porn. Like, that's it. You know?
Rules to live by.
Speaking of which, never watch porn on your computer. Just watch it off your phone.
Yeah.
Phones are expendable. I've had so many of my friends been like, man, my computer's got malware. I'm like, how'd you do that? Are you on Pornhub? Yeah. And you wonder why you have malware.
Like for me, it's literally on my phone on a different browser than my usual one.
Yeah, pretty much. Use Bing.
Yeah, another way to deal with malware, just in general, clear history and cookies and tracking sites and stuff like that. That can get a good antivirus program on whatever device you're using.
Yeah.
Incognito mode is your friend, listeners.
Nope.
Yeah.
FBI,
And just
FBI
run Norton
is
on your
watching
phone.
that one.
Yeah, but then you just make sure you're looking directly into the camera as you climax. As a power move.
Wasn't this supposed to be an interview, y'all?
We're having fun. We're having a conversation.
I know. I was just saying that kind of jokingly. I'm actually having a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun.
It does remind me. Other than Pajama Beard, what's the weirdest customer you've had up at the?
Doesn't have to be awkward, just weird or whatever.
Oh, I had a lady ask to buy one of my fish while it was still alive, and specify that it must be kept alive.
She wanted it as a pet or something?
No, I have no idea. She said she wanted to eat it, but she wanted it alive.
I just imagine Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Basically, this is just this old hag lady who had painted a really pretty picture of the glacier.
Huh, interesting.
And I mean,
eat a live fish.
And so I was fishing, and I had come up out of the creek, and some of the fish are still fresh, so they're whipping around on the chain. And she comes up to me, and she's like, "Oh, you wouldn't mind selling me one of them fish, would you?" And I said, sure. It's like, give me $5. You get $5, have this nice fish. And she said, of course, I gave her the smallest one because I'm like that.
I mean,
and so I gave her this fish, and I was like, "Oh, so would you like me to clean it for you? I can do it real quick, and I'll just throw the guts in the pond, let the other trout eat it because trout love trout guts." And
you're cannibals, and it's
yeah, they love roe, trout roe, even white roe. They'll eat that too.
Yeah,
they are not discriminate.
Yeah, of the. Sorry, go ahead.
No, yeah, but so she wanted it alive. I have no idea why. She stuck a rubber band through the gills to hold it, and just walked off.
Wow.
For some reason, I'm just imagining that situation playing out differently, where you hand it to her and she immediately bites into it.
Oh no! If she would have done that, I probably would have called someone. Except my phone doesn't work up there, so I don't know what I would have done.
They're fishing, watching this woman eat a fish alive.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. I don't even know what I would have done.
Spotty mountain connections are great. Okay, that actually brings me to a question. So when you gut a fish, do you cut the head off first to kill it and then gut it?
No.
Or
no? Why would you? No. Because when you cut the head off the fish, you burst the bloodline.
Yeah.
And then you got blood everywhere. When you don't want blood everywhere. So you cut from the, I'm going to get technical here.
Okay, go
all the way up to the throat.
Uh-huh.
All right, and then you take your knife and you insert it behind the gill and you cut up, straight up, and you'll sever the connection from the throat to the head, and then you can open it up like on an autopsy table. And then you pull the guts, and sometimes the guts, the intestines get kind of stuck, so you can cut that off the just literally the butt. And what you do is you stick your thumb at the very end of your cut, so along the spine, and you push your thumb all the way up along the spine to get out that bloodline, and that's it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm asking this because I saw someone catch a fish fresh out and gutting it without even beating it against the rock first or something. Just
I just punch mine.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you don't need a rock; you can just punch them.
Punch them, just bonk, and they're dead.
Yeah, if you smack them over the head, they're out. Lights out. The twitching, that's just their synapses firing.
Okay.
They're gone.
So that brings me to my next question. If you're gutting a fish while it's alive, would you be cruel?
No, because I've done it.
Okay.
And I mean, the thing is as soon as you get that knife in there and you cut, their chest open, they're dead anyway.
Yeah.
And a trout's heart will actually beat for 7 minutes after it's been cleaned.
Okay.
So you can put the knife, you can take the heart out with your knife and put it on the cutting board and poke it, and it will beat.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Yeah. No.
It's kind of like the whole snake body and head thing.
Yeah. It's like a leopard gecko. If you ever see them drop their tail, it wiggles around.
Yeah.
The tail isn't sentient.
No. Okay.
It's just wiggling.
Okay. Just kind of.
It's just the nerves continuing to fire, basically.
Yeah, no, because I was kind of worried about that. I'm a wuss. I wear gloves when I grab a fish to take it off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? You're missing the experience.
I've done it before. I don't like the feeling of the slime on my hands. Meanwhile,
That's why you got a fish cloth.
Meanwhile, I'm
You don't have a
perfectly.
fish cloth?
I don't know what a fish cloth is. I'm not an avid fisher. I've gone.
He doesn't live in places with water.
Yeah, I'm usually live in dry places, and I'm more of a hunter. Even that, I go bird hunting, and I'm perfectly fine.
Hunting.
I'm perfectly fine cleaning out a dove with my bare hands. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, I shoot crow on occasion because they're annoying.
Don't eat crow. That's a bad idea.
No, I don't eat them. No.
Yeah.
I feed them to the coyotes, but I shoot them on occasion.
Yeah. If you have the right recipe.
What tastes good if it has the right recipe?
Anything.
You're kind of distant, my friend.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's because I'm getting my charging cable.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's what. Crows and blackbirds in general can just be kind of pests, and
but they're smart. So once you shoot one of them, they'll leave you alone.
Yeah, crows are
until
very
the next
intelligent.
Block comes in,
yeah,
and then you
get a vendetta.
Kill one and make an example of it.
Basically, wolves are the same way. If you shoot one wolf, they'll leave.
Mm-hmm. There, that's the whole thing. It's like I'm all for like conservation and stuff, but a big part of conservation is hunting.
Hunting. Yep.
So
you have to take so that it can grow.
Yes.
So if a big bull elk dominates a herd for several years, and he's slowly, he's getting older and he's getting less fertile, you're eliminating potential future elk. Because not all those cows are going to set.
Yeah.
If at a bull's prime, I think it's like 5 and 8 cows he mates with get pregnant. And as that goes down exponentially until he's basically knocking up no one.
Yeah.
You gotta cull that bull elk. You have to.
You gotta make room for the next generation.
Basically, or you have just essentially extinction.
Yeah. No, that's part of kind of part of what happened in Texas when the white-tailed deer when some really strict conservation laws came into play, and it's like I can't remember what it was. It was like they were either shooting all the predators or they were just
shooting the cougars, right?
Well, also the wolves, because both the wolves, basically the main predators were getting wiped out, and so then, there was nothing to keep their population down.
Yeah, you just have a deer explosion,
and then they weren't hunting the deer properly either. So it's like the deer kept getting smaller and sickly, and it's like. Only up until recently have the deer actually been starting to become more healthy because conservation laws have kind of eased up a little bit. Not eased up, but like have become more effective, I should say. Because
I mean, you have some nice elk here in California. You just can't get to them. It is damn near impossible to pull an elk tag in the state of California, and it's sad because I forget what you called our specific genus of elk, but they're beautiful and they're huge. They're massive.
I bet I'm taking down one
units.
Yeah.
I bet basically, if you took down one, it could feed you for the wintertime.
Oh, yeah. It will feed you for depending on the size of your family, anywhere between 4 and 8 months.
Wow.
Elk genus is Cervus, and the main species is Canadian.
I'm trying to think of what the
Canadensis.
California elk are called.
Like, I think it might be Canadensis.
No, there's a specific name for a Thule elk. There you go. Thule elk. That's what we have here in California.
Huh.
Interesting.
It's a subspecies.
Subspecies. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So
Thule elk. Okay, so that's the Cervus Canadensis nanodes.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. It gets complicated, but they're Thule elk.
Okay. On the topic of conservation and stuff, have you ever run in at the camp that you work at in the summertime? Have y'all ever run into like problems with like poachers or anything like that?
No. Mainly because the people that so the camp that I work at, the cabins, that's privately owned. All right. Oh. The person who owns that is a private lease from the Forest Service.
Oh, okay.
For 100 years, and then someone bought that lease, and then someone sold it, and someone bought it again.
Okay. Man,
okay, so that's why the lodge. Oh no, trust me, he's not lucky. He's only got 20 years left on that lease, and he's not going to get it renewed. Oof. But
well,
that's why the lodge. That's why they haven't rebuilt it there because it takes private funding. And it just keeps getting knocked down by avalanches. And it's not rock avalanches, it's snow.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, those are bad. Ugh.
Yeah. So it's avalanche country up there. If you look up just the Eastern Sierras, it's avalanche country. And they have a glacier up there, so that should tell you it gets fucking cold.
Nope. Watch for falling rocks.
People don't seem to think that winter closing
it's not. Oh my gosh. That drive back up the hill, I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to drive off the road and just die.
I think that actually gave me like a rage breaking moment. Like just reading about it. Because it was like, it got to the whole thing of him trying to give you the turkey as a gift, and I was like, you did not.
You're just reminding me of the entire experience. It was so bad. I mean, I remember driving back up, and I'm going like maybe 15 miles an hour, and I'm like, I could just swerve off the cliff right now, and it would all be over.
I was saying lucky. I've always wanted to own like a piece of land, like up in the mountains at some point in time. One of my
don't come to California.
Yeah, I know, not California, but like just buy a piece of land and build a cabin, like from scratch. Because like
Alaska is the place to be.
Alaska could be a good thing. However, that's the whole thing where it's like you'll have like it's like 20 hours of
day and then 20 hours a night. Yeah. And if you can't, if you don't do well with jet lag, Alaska is probably not the place to be.
Never really had the opportunity to deal with jet lag. Never really been out of the country, so
try flying from California to New York, red-eye flight, and you'll know if you have jet lag or not.
No,
I've gone to Vegas. That's been a 1 hour difference, and I still felt like completely off.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
I have a cousin who lives on the west side of Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how. I didn't even know till like 2 years ago. He graduated from Yale.
Really?
He lives in $1 million apartment. And I was just like, cousin Jonathan, why didn't you tell me?
Whole time I thought you were an idiot.
Yeah. No, he was like, oh yeah, my gay cousin who lives in New York. That was it. It turns out he's fucking loaded. But so we flew over to see him the summer of my freshman year of high school.
Nice.
And my mom was like, oh yeah, it'll be a good idea. We'll take a 12-hour red-eye flight. It'll be overnight. It'll be fine. I wanted to die because we get turbulence over like the plain states, so Kansas.
Oof,
I've never seen red lightning.
Oh yeah.
I could not sleep.
That's amazing. Red lightning. I hate flying, but I love lightning and thunder. So like
it was so bad when I actually ended up falling asleep, passing out as we were landing at JFK, and then was immediately woken up to get off the plane.
Oh Lord. That
I slept when I got to his apartment. I slept for 13 hours straight. I woke up at like 3:00 in the afternoon the next day. It was something weird.
I've slept for 13 hours straight before, and not because of jet lag, just because I'm lazy.
Yeah, I can't do that. I got to be up.
I try
doing something.
I am trying to get on a better schedule when it comes to stuff like that, but because I have not been having to worry about school and just working, it's like I've been getting to bed at night at about 2-3 in the morning, and I don't usually have to get up until about 10 or 11. It's like,
yeah.
But
no, yeah, I gotta be up around 8, and then on days where I actually have class, it's like what is it, like 6:45?
Yeah, no, I can relate to that. When I when I lived in the small town in Texas, I had to commute from my town to my college, which was about an hour and 15-minute drive.
Oh, wow.
And so I would have to get up at like 4 or 5 every morning in order to get to my 8 o'clock class.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
See, that's funny to me, and it's just because I live in California. I have the nearest college is 15 minutes from my house. And that's nice. On a busy day. It's a JC, but hey, it's still a college.
College is a college. It certainly didn't help that the community college I went to before I went to the one that I'm still technically going to was within a 10 minutes walk of my house. So
wow.
very small town. Yeah, that was real lucky. It was kind of like cool being able to get out and walk and stuff and like enjoy the weather and on the days that it was nice.
No, I have to drive 30 minutes. So that's fun. I mean, it's not too bad, but then it's like the location. It's like, and when I said, I remember I listened to you guys read out the story. You were confused about when I said state school. There are two kinds of state school in California. There's Cal State, and then there's University California.
Okay.
So there's UC and Cal State. So there's UCLA, so University of California, Los Angeles, and then there's Cal State San Bernardino.
Okay.
And then there's there's University of California Merced, all these other places. University of California Berkeley.
Yeah. Okay. Kind of reminds me
Cal
of
State Poly Pomona.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of like a University of Texas, Arlington, University of Texas.
Yeah, basically. And then there are private universities like a U of R and gosh, what's the other one I'm thinking of right now? I can't think of its name, but there's two types. There's the prestigious UC. Ooh, look at you, you're going to UC. And then there's you're going to Cal State. And then there's you're going to Valley College. And then there's the you got into you got into U of R. Ooh, you got into the Ludlow or something like that. Or you got into UC Stanislaus. Ooh, stuff like that.
I mean, my experience with colleges in Texas is that sort of stuff only ever seems to apply to the sports teams.
Yeah.
No, here in California, the name matters, and it sucks. Because the problem for me personally when it came to college was not that I couldn't get in, it was paying for it.
Yeah, that tends to be a problem. Like the one that Llytic and I are going to is one of the more affordable ones in America, and it's nice because I haven't had to take out student loans. I'm having to take a few breaks.
Lucky you.
I'm having to take. I'm having to take breaks from semesters and work and stuff, which is why I'm not enrolled right now because I'm working. But like I'm paying time rather than money.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, student loans don't even. Oh,
I am trying to avoid those like the plague.
That's good on you because here in California, even the cheapest schools still anywhere between 16 and 18 grand a year.
Jesus.
Yeah. You want to know how much it is to go to the University of Riverside for a year, and that's not even living on campus?
25,000.
42 grand.
Good Lord. Okay. I was
25. I'd be lucky to go to Cal State.
Yeah. Here I was thinking, I'm going to be real clever and guess higher or close to what. Nope, Tom, you're wrong.
No. The private college near my house, it's like 50 grand a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Lord.
California is expensive.
Yeah, I had an uncle who lived in San Diego.
San Diego.
San
Diego was a mess. Anyway.
Not quite sure how he made it, honestly, but...
Oh, no. I mean, they're like, $12 minimum wage, it's so good. Yeah, wait till milk is $5 a gallon. Then you're gonna cry.
Yeah. Oh, $12 minimum wage. That's great. You need that here.
It's like, do you not understand how basic economics work? Sure, they're paying you more, but then you're going to pay more for everything else, so you break out the same. Come on, lad. Like, come on.
We're
paying them more. Guess we got to charge more for the same thing. Or, even better, charge more for something that's smaller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick thing that I just kind of thought of talking about like the price of inflation and stuff like that. Okay, so if you go to the grocery store and you get plastic bags, do you have to pay for those?
10 cents a bag.
10 cents a bag. That is just a foreign concept to me because it's like
10 cents a bag and 25 cents for paper.
25 cents for paper.
Yep.
I mean, I guess
I already bring my own bags.
Yeah, basically, you either bring your own bags or you have just strongest arms.
Like
you just hold everything.
Yeah,
I understand why it's done.
Yeah,
all that like it's an incentive because like turtles do eat plastic bags thinking they're jellyfish.
Yeah, no.
Still here?
Yeah, we're still here.
We are definitely still here.
Making a small talk. Everything okay there?
Yeah. My roommate's going through a lot of personal stuff. He's got no insurance, but he's got a bunch of medical problems and stuff. He ain't got enough money to make it to the end of the month. Stuff like that.
Geez.
You said this was the previous roommate, right?
Yeah, not my current.
Yeah, because I remember you telling me some stuff about them. Oy.
Yeah, he's going through a lot. So I just gave him some money. Got him a soda. said he'll pay me back at the beginning of the month, but whatever.
Hold him to it.
Or you can just not worry about it. I do that sometimes.
He's paid me before back already, so I'm not really worried about it.
All right.
And it's not a common thing for him to come to me. This is like, it's been like a year since I've roomed with him. First time he asked me about this.
I'm a bit of a Scrooge when it comes to money. It's like, if I give it to you, you're gonna fucking give it back. You're gonna die.
Nah,
eventually he reached a point where I'd stop doing it, but he hasn't reached that yet.
Yeah. That's generally a good idea. If you're gonna have, like, I forgot my wallet one time, and this was back at home, and it's like it was an hour away, and I getting like Pizza Hut, and he had to pay for me, and I felt terrible. And like,
I hate people paying for me too.
Ooh.
Yeah, and it's like I was able to pay him back because like I've got a real close knit group of friends. We'll like go out to eat every now and then. We'll cover each other just on different things. We'll get into arguments over who's covering who sometimes, but when stuff like that happens, we will always get each other back in different ways. And I think the way I paid it back is like we went to another restaurant at some point in time, and I treated everyone or something. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm turning back to me. I am not meaning to do that.
At this point, I'm just letting you go. You're like a balloon, just seeing how high you can float.
I am so sorry. Like, seriously,
you're full of stories.
Have I missed any questions?
Possibly.
There was the question about the weirdest person she's had to deal with at the camp that wasn't a neckbeard. And that was
they wanted a
live fish.
They what?
Freak.
For live? They wanted what?
A live fish.
So I can't
just go fish it themselves.
Because she was old, I guess.
Oh.
But seniors get a discount on their California fishing license.
Must be nice.
It is, because it's $65 for me to fish for a year.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's worse than like Colorado out of state fishing license.
There is nothing worse than California. Okay. Never move here.
I'm sure there are some upsides to it.
Never.
Like what? The weather?
I don't know. Maybe I'm trying.
The fact that there's no rain.
I'm an optimist.
It actually has been raining.
Maybe this year. Maybe this year California won't burn to death like it has.
Yeah, basically, you know how many I've been on fire watch for the past 2 years at my house.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I've been on drought watch, but never fire watch.
Drought watch.
Yeah.
At one point here in California, we were just like, "What is water?"
People like trying to import water illegally.
Yeah, they were importing water from the Rockies because we didn't have any.
Mountain water is the best water. Oh my
god. You never taste better water than glacier water, man.
Oh, glacier water is so good.
Yeah, because the Palisades Glacier, which is above camp that I work at, melts down, and it melts, and it obviously flows down to the creek, and got Big Pine Creek there. The water is so good.
It's always cold too, which is always
cold. Always cold. And the thing is, it's like, sure, there could be 5 million year old super bacteria in here, but it's worth it.
It might give me superpowers.
What's all this about super bacteria?
Okay, so there was actually a Russian scientist who found this like weird bacteria or virus in a glacier, and then he decided to inject himself with it. And he hasn't died yet,
Russian.
I don't think.
Am I right?
Yeah, because he found it and he realized that they like live forever or something. So he was wondering if he could inherit that ability by giving himself the virus.
Not sure that's how science works.
Yeah, it was really, really strange.
Wait, so because of the fact that viruses can survive being frozen, he thought that infecting himself would give himself the same ability?
Basically, that was his logic. And I think he tested it on rats first, and they like lived years longer than they were supposed to. So then he was like, okay, I'll just put it in myself.
So what happened?
I don't know. I think he might be still alive.
That's how you give yourself anthrax.
Basically.
Anthrax isn't from virus, but I don't know if you heard about that a while back, but I think it was like in Sweden. Due to like the glaciers melting.
Yeah.
It ended up uncovering some dead like caribou carcasses.
Yeah.
Said caribou had anthrax in them. That started infecting the local caribou that were still alive. So there was just this sudden local caribou anthrax epidemic that affected a few people. Yeah. And it was literally just because like some of the ice ended up thawing.
Basically. That's great.
10 out of 10. Scary.
So, okay, different question. You mentioned the entire reading we did. Did you listen through the entire reading of it?
Yeah, I did.
Props to you. Goodness.
Why?
You got really off topic in the first one, and I was like, do I?
Do I skip ahead?
I'm in my statistics class. I can do it. I love stats, but my teacher is a whack job. He just talks and talks and talks. He knows everything about LeBron James, but nothing about actual statistics.
I wish to
Well,
start
see,
LeBron
we
James.
divide this by the prime. By
He
the
knows LeBron James's
James.
birthday. He knows where LeBron James was born. He knows where he lives. He knows where his son was. He knows where his son was born, how old his son is, where his son is going to school, how tall his son is, what his son's like, a basketball I forgot what the stat was for it. He's obsessed. He has a poster of LeBron James on his wall.
Does he know what LeBron's socks smell like?
Maybe. I bet you if they put LeBron James's socks on eBay, he would be the one.
He's just a total stan for LeBron James.
Basically.
And does he know LeBron James's blood type?
I'm sure he does if you asked him. If it's public knowledge, he knows.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Calvert.
I'm also pretty sure that Madame Macabre also listened to the entirety of the one we did that was from her.
Yeah.
I heard someone read out that story, and the entire time I'm thinking, this sounds familiar.
Yeah, it's someone from the fucking West Side who thinks they're a werewolf.
I just kind of came up with a theory. It's like, what if Wolfbeard is the same person as Pajama Beard?
I think that guy was older. I'm not entirely sure, but I think he was older.
Yeah, the implication with the Wolfbeard one is that was many years ago.
Yeah, I think so as well.
I thought it would have been an interesting thing, but and just kind of funny.
Some sort of cross episode, when they for some reason think One Piece and Dragon Ball Z will mix really, really well. So it's have a crossover.
What is this? Some kind of crossover episode?
Basically.
Hey guys, let's do jump. Let's do what's it called? A jump.
Yeah, all the jump characters together.
Oh dear.
And they didn't add Toriko, and I'm really disappointed about that.
Gotta get Vegeta in there fighting Sasuke, or it's not a real jump crossover.
Well, Vegeta. Okay, to be fair,
Vegeta's more likable.
Yamcha could take out everyone in the Naruto universe.
Really?
Because Dragon Ball Z is OP. Okay, Yamcha was stronger than.
But Yamcha hasn't progressed, though.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, and
he's kind of stagnated.
He hasn't had his power creep thing that happens.
He's pretty much downgraded to cleaning Poir's litter box.
But no, he got his potential unleashed by the Elder on Namek, though.
What?
Wait,
he wasn't on
wait
Namek.
a minute.
What?
Wait a minute. Krillin. I meant Krillin. Krillin could take out all of Naruto.
Even then, this whole thing. Last I checked, Naruto could technically wipe out an entire the area of an entire city in one hit.
I mean, Goku almost destroyed the universe by fighting with Lord Beerus, so I don't even understand Dragon Ball Z power scaling anymore.
Okay,
oh yeah,
don't pay attention. It makes it easier to listen to. Master Roshi,
always a bigger fish.
Master Roshi blew up the moon back in the Dragon Ball days. Okay,
that's right.
I'm
saying, Roshi's stronger than Krillin.
No, Krillin is stronger than Roshi. He surpassed him at some point in time, and it's okay, if Master Roshi could do that, then the freaking meteorites that Madara was summoning would not have been a problem for Dragon Ball Z characters.
Well, then again, you got to think how many times can Roshi do that? How many times can he pull that off?
At least twice, because
there's also the issue of when you get down to it, Dragon Ball was always written to be a comedy, so you're not supposed to take it nearly as seriously in what characters can do.
But then you look at Roshi and Dragon Ball Super, and it's he can keep up with people in other universes that have are immensely strong. So
just put a nice pair of tits in front of him, and he'll do anything.
I think Krillin's stronger than Roshi, but Roshi's smarter.
Yeah,
basically.
Roshi has more experience, and that was actually one of the points that came up in the Tournament of Power was like, he actually fought this person who used mind magic, and one of his lines was like, I'm glad you fought me rather than my students. My students are amazing. They're super strong, but they're idiots.
But they're stupid. Yeah.
Also, LeBron James's blood type is A positive.
So, you know what? If you asked him, he'd know. He'd know.
But would he know what it tastes like?
It
I don't
tastes
know.
like copper.
If I was famous, I'd have the shady online persona where I sold my own stuff just to see if people would buy it.
$8,000 gets you a nice human thigh.
Not like that, like sweat or soiled underwear.
Oh.
Stuff
Yeah, well,
like
if you
that.
pretend to be a girl, incels will buy it.
Oh yeah, well, they'll buy anything.
They'll drink your piss.
Yes, I've seen that post.
Yeah.
Shame is, I'd probably do it again.
Oh gosh, that was so
why?
sad.
That is just. Oh,
And the one with the sister got to me because it's like, okay, imagine if the sister knew what this person felt. How would you even respond to that as a sibling?
Is that the one of like, don't go near the window? I don't
No,
want my
yeah.
friends seeing you.
Yeah. How if you were the sibling and you found that, what would you do?
Excuse me, terrible anime is not reality. Why are you making it such? Like, ugh.
Yeah.
I've got
Honestly, I love the response to that one. Stay away from the window.
Stay away from the windows.
I've got two sisters. I love them, but like sisters. Like, just if someone is like into their sibling like that, there is something majorly wrong.
I had one
possibly
person
from
tell
Kentucky.
me that it's fine to have sex with your sister as long as you don't get her pregnant. It's like, what? No, that's the entire point why you don't have it, for that just in case.
What the?
Just
What
so
on?
much wrong with that.
Those are the people I wish that 1 in a million on. You know? It's like,
Say that
I feel
again.
bad for the kid, but at the same time, you deserve it.
Ooh.
Those are the kind of people who just need to die.
Yeah.
Like, think if Light Yagami was a character in real life, he should target people like that rather than serial killers.
Speaking of that, how do you all feel about the what was that fucking Netflix adaptation?
I never watched either, so I don't care.
I saw clips of it. It looks like an interesting take because it's a different spin on it, but it wasn't accurate to the manga.
I think
everyone hated it.
I think the moment that I was just like, oh, you've got to be kidding me, was like in one of the trailers where he suddenly just goes, like, I think it was something along the lines of like, maybe we're the bad guys or something.
Oh, you don't say.
Well, that's like the whole thing is like, I'm not too big of a fan of like the original series, but one thing I do know is that Light was a pompous, self-righteous asshole who would think that he's never the bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
It's like he wouldn't be going around.
He has no
saying,
conscience
"You're
and
the
he has
bad
no
guys
shame.
here."
And that,
He's
it's
basically if you gave Dexter magical powers.
something that's interesting though is like when he had no memory of the Death Note, he was actually a pretty upstanding person, and then it's like when he touched it again, he just turned back into this sick fuck we all know.
Here's the real question: would you use the Death Note on Pajama Beard?
Yes. I have no shame in admitting that. I'd probably use it on Matt too.
Here, quick thing about Death Notes: you can actually write down the circumstances of death, how they die.
Is that your question?
No, I
Have
didn't
you
ask that
planned out their
question.
deaths? How would you like them to die?
I didn't ask that question. I was just
The
saying.
FBI is totally not listening.
Wait,
Yes,
wait.
I am the. I'm the.
Pajama Beard chokes on elk meat.
Ooh.
Chokes on
Cool twist of
trout
irony.
bait.
No, see, I would have him mauled by wolves.
Ooh.
Irony, I love it.
Nice.
That's.
Would you use it on me?
Why?
Why?
Give me a reason.
Wait, why would I give you a reason to want to kill me?
Exactly.
Why are you asking people if they'll kill you?
Because he wants to die.
I thought this was this is an interview. So, questions. Right?
Alright. Yep. Back to the interview.
Yeah, it's not Tom the interview, but that would actually be really funny. Just the three of us surprised it's an interview with ourselves. How pompous can you get?
Just every time we bring in a guest, we have them interview Tom.
I said I was sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to stop doing that. I just.
All right,
you just have a lot of stories, Tom. That's all.
Okay.
All right, hit me with your question.
So, you seem to like going outside a lot, but do you like to pretend? Have you ever done D&D or something similar? Have you ever LARPed?
So LARPing sounds gross, but I know what you're talking about. D&D,
It is a weird word.
I've watched people play it, and that's about as far as I've gotten.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, D&D is fun. You should give it a go.
Depends.
Are you trying to invite her into a session?
I'm not gonna be the DM. What? No.
Okay.
You're trying to indoctrinate me into this cult?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
It checks your actual right.
All right.
I
Question.
need more fellow people who don't go outside anymore. I need to know.
Question for you, October. Kind of on the topic of D&D. The D&D stuff that you watch. Do you enjoy it? Like, do you think it's fun? And
I was confused as fuck the entire time.
Okay.
I had no idea what was going. Because I walked in mid-session, and it was just like, oh yeah, you traded places with the nearest bird, and the nearest bird was in like a pigeon carrier or something.
Okay, so
I was just like,
okay,
what?
so you've watched people at like a college or something like that.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
They were playing it in the. They were literally playing in the library at the high school.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I thought you had watched it. I thought you had watched it like
no,
like a campaign or something like online or clips from it.
No, I watched a human beings play something that I did not understand.
Okay, gotcha.
To be fair, I'm confused as fuck while playing it, so...
Yeah.
I'm just angry all the time.
Your character is angry all the time.
Angel Marie.
But,
The immediate hope was hoping one of the party members was going to end up dying.
But aren't they on your team?
They literally just entered riddled with arrows on the back of a horse.
It was one arrow.
You said multiple arrows in one wound.
Oh gosh.
I thought I said one arrow. I guess I wasn't.
I thought it was one arrow and one wound.
Later it was one arrow, but when he first described it, I swear he said arrows in his wound.
I don't know, Chief.
I said he had an arrow sticking out of his back. Okay, we're getting off topic again, and
we're probably short. My character wanted him to die so I could take their stuff.
Yeah. If you've ever played like Skyrim and taken the Thief Stone, that. Yeah,
I've never touched Skyrim.
Okay. Okay.
I started playing video games playing Halo.
Oh, okay, that's a fun one.
And then I was just like, I don't like this. I like dinosaurs.
Well, Ark Survival.
This is basically. Yeah, I have something crazy like 1,000 hours played on Ark.
Wow. Yeah, that's a game that you can sink a lot of stuff into.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, the person I got Ark Survival Evolved was giving it to me because she was like, okay, I can't
do it
anymore. Yeah. I am playing it way too much.
Yeah,
and
basically. So when it's 8 hours between imprints and you're waking up at 3 a.m. to imprint that giga, you know there's something wrong.
That's a lot. I only have 95 hours in Plague Inc.
I actually understood what you were saying there, so I haven't played the game, so I should probably stay away from the thing.
I don't have 1,000 hours on any game, but I've got like 400 on to 300 on 3 different games.
Well, see, at least that's good because you're getting variety. You know, Ark, it's the same thing over and over again.
I have
the same assholes you fight over.
I have over 1,000 hours on Dark Souls, but
Dark Souls, yeah,
Dark
Souls
makes sense. Dark Souls.
That's probably just one campaign though.
No, it's actually mixed over different characters I've created because I've wanted to do different play styles. The character I've played the most on is about half of that. I have about upwards of 500-600 hours on it on that profile. Yeah.
Whoa.
So back onto the topic of video games. Do you play video games a whole lot, October?
I probably play about 5 hours of Ark within not a day, but over 2 days.
Okay, that's a respectable amount and not too much. Do you play much else, or is that mainly the one thing you play?
The grind has been Ark. That's about it. And that's because that game sucks out your soul, and that's all you can play.
Well, I mean, you could get a pet T-Rex. I mean, come on.
Yeah. I was working on Giga Mutations. I spent probably a month, just breeding the same creatures over and over again. And it's like, where did all the time go?
Like the dinosaur equivalent of shiny hunting.
Basically.
Yeah,
I would shiny hunt for a while. I never got the shiny Giratina on auras. I think I got up to like 3,000 resets before I gave up on it. I got a shiny Lugia though.
Yeah, I did get the shiny Giratina in Soul Silver.
Yeah.
And then the only shiny I've ever gotten on one of the actual Pokemon games was a shiny Corphish.
I played Pokemon Diamond version, and I caught a shiny Bronzor and then a shiny Zubat within 2 encounters.
Nice.
It was amazing.
I currently have a shiny Venusaur on Pokemon Go.
Interesting.
See, I haven't played Go or Let's Go. What are they like?
Well, Go has like managed to actually give me an excuse to just go on random multi-hour-long walks.
You walk around, throw Pokeballs at random Pokemon you can find. I actually have a Pokemon Go account. The only Pokemon I have are Charmander and Oddish.
Did you just call it Oddish?
Oddish, Oddish, whatever.
There's 2 Ds. Like a
Oddish.
Snake.
I've heard it pronounced Oddish
Did you just
in the
say there
anime.
are 2 Ds in Snake?
Well, snakes have 2 dicks.
Well, I know that. I just took it in the sense of the word, and I was like, "Who am I talking to?"
If you can take it in a sexual sense, Llytic probably says it. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dirty boy.
Okay. So.
Oh
my God.
Get it right.
Tom is uncomfortable.
You're always uncomfortable.
Speaking of uncomfortable, I've got a Waz.
I don't know what a Waz is.
It's
Pretty sure
pee.
it's piss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Got 2 Waz.
Okay.
Have fun amongst yourselves.
Yeah, that should be an interesting thing. Why do I put up with this from y'all?
I don't know.
Ow.
That's because I love y'all. I already answered that question.
It's pretty gay.
No, not in that
Nice.
sense.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm just disappointed.
And I'm less aroused.
Also, I ended up checking, and we ended up getting a new subscriber.
Oh, cool. 1 new subscriber. Welcome to the channel.
Yes, welcome to the channel. Let me get the notification back out. Welcome to the channel, Drawing and Stuff Artist.
Okay, I was
That
gonna...
is a name that screams that you were planning on doing some videos at some point. God damn it!
Yes.
Why are you like this?
Why are you not?
Why, you want to fuck around with soundboards?
I don't have a soundboard, but otherwise I would totally be doing so.
Yeah, so now we are at 109 subs.
Oh, cool. That's... No! Okay, but do you have the Terminator... Dun, dun, dun,
Son of a bitch!
That was...
You have JoJo.
Tasty. That was Solid Snake.
Yes.
Snake, answer me. Snake.
Game over.
Honestly, I think the thing about this that makes me laugh the most is the fact that his microphone doesn't work whenever he's doing this.
I mean, he lets the soundboard speak for himself, so like...
So it's literally just him in complete silence while sounds play.
Yep. Ow. Alright, I've got to play that one sound.
Sound
What
with this
sound?
bit. God damn it.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, Scarce here.
Who?
Wait, no, what was his intro? Hey there, guys, it's Scarce.
Like, fuck you, Goku!
What the fuck did I just walk into?
Ultra Instinct Shaggy, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Started fucking with this soundboard.
Yep.
I mean, I heard the soundboard, and I was like, do I want to go over there? No?
Do I want to come back? I don't know.
Hmm.
Nope, not worth it.
Skepticism 100.
Yeah, it's funny. You step away, then you walk back to just soundboard shenanigans. It's like,
Yeah, it's just like...
Goku.
Oof. Oh, jeez.
Oh, shit.
How long have we been recording, just out of curiosity?
A little over 2 hours.
Good job, boys.
All right. Well, I mean, I've been having fun, so, like, I don't mind, but, like, should we end it here?
Question mark?
I mean,
this is... want to call this a day.
I mean, this is the closest thing to an actual podcast type format that we've had.
Yeah, that's because you refuse to commentate.
Okay. When I'm unhappy, I have trouble commentating. So
that's a low blow.
I'm just gonna read everything completely po-faced.
Oh, jeez.
Meanwhile, me and Llytic can't get through one chapter together.
It's yeah.
Start talking about weird shit.
We really do.
At some point, we still need to get around to that Cthulhu X-Reader fanfiction.
Cthulhu?
Yeah, and I want to finish Starkit's Prophecy at some point, too.
That one might be interesting.
Then I'm over here just hoping we'll get some of that Peter Chimera stuff, which we're probably
No, you did not.
I want to go. I want to. That was never put up, and I want that to be a thing at some point in time. And then
learn
John
more about things related to Tom again.
Here we go. This is the Tomcast.
Yeah, let's call it Tomcast. All the interviews have to be called Tomcast.
Yeah, from now on, this is Tomcast.
What have I done?
So long as the Jeet Pie is not involved, we're good. Stupid ass Reese's mug.
I remember seeing that image and thinking, is this photoshopped?
Nope.
And it wasn't, and I was sad.
Did you see the video he made in response to people being upset about the net neutrality going down?
He was kind of right, though. The memes didn't get destroyed.
That's because it hasn't been put into action properly yet.
But isn't the whole thing with
complaining?
I mean, isn't the whole thing with net neutrality is just like going back to the internet pre-2013 or something weird like that?
It's basically like the whole thing, revoking net neutrality, which is what Comcast wanted to do and technically succeeded, would allow them to basically treat the internet the same way you would a cable package.
Yeah.
So I think Finland is set up that, like internet in Finland is set up that way. So basically you'd have a situation in which just to get on different sites, like you'd have to pay for whatever package they're in.
That's
basically
uncomfortable.
Yeah, so you could set up like an entertainment package, which like includes YouTube and stuff like YouTube and Vimeo and stuff like that. And so like the only way you can get on those sites is you pay for that package.
That's just bad.
Basically, fuck Comcast is what we're saying.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Fuck a Jeet Pie in his weirdly fuckable mouth.
Huh?
Speaking of fucking Llytic, I heard you mention that you were into the more dominant type, and I would actually like to hear you divulge on that.
Oh yeah, you want to hear about how he likes to get people? Ooh.
Right, is it like,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Is it like you like when people pistol whip your balls, or is it not like that?
I wouldn't go that far.
Have you tried it?
Don't lie.
I haven't, no. But no, it's more of a whole thing of like the lack of control.
Oh.
Because that's the whole thing, is like that's where like the whole more submissive thing comes in, is what you're getting off on is the fact that you're technically in a situation in which you have no control. Now, typically the person who's the sub is usually the one who's like fully calling the shots, but that has to do more with like full on like dom sub dynamics. Like topping from the bottom is a phrase for a reason.
But, oh Jesus. Yeah, you're basically a clone of Matthew.
Ooh.
You're a fucking clone.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I don't know either. I don't know either.
I'd hope that I'm like not nearly as spineless enough to break up.
No. You don't strike me as that, but as sexual preference goes.
Okay.
So what you're saying
is that she's a dom.
Is they'd either try to kill each other or they'd get along really well.
I feel like they'd never talk to each other.
Yeah.
Like they'd just be really quiet and awkward and never say a word.
I mean, I will say when it comes to that sort of stuff, I'm also fall more into the category of what's known as a brat, which is someone who's trying to incite punishment.
Jesus Christ.
Those are typically the people that are mouthing off to their dom during sex.
Yeah, I'd punch your nose in.
Oh,
you're gonna bitch at me when your dick is my pussy? Yeah, you beat for that.
Watch me break it in half now. It's like bend this awkward angle. Let's see you scream now, bitch.
I don't.
Well, you see, then you just be giving me what I want.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. That's a problem.
He'd be in the hospital. Yeah, I bent his dick in half. Sorry about that.
Did you guys hear about the story of the woman who cut off her husband's penis and they actually found it in a field and were able to reattach it?
No, I haven't.
Quick.
I think I've heard similar stories, but I never heard.
She's like a feminist icon. Apparently.
I think it might be in like the weirder circles with that. There's a big difference between that and the scene from I Spit on Your Grave.
Oof. Oh.
Weird movie.
I remember reading that story, and then I read the comments because it was like a web article. And they're like, "Oh, I wish I was her. I wish I could do that." And it's like, what is wrong with you?
Those are more the kinds of people that are going to be posting stuff online, like, "Oh, I'm not like other girls. You wrong me, I'll hunt you down."
Nice girls.
What?
There's a difference between being a genuinely nice person and then pretending to be a nice person.
Yeah.
See, I don't try to pretend to be a nice person. I'm an asshole and I let it show. Stop fucking lying to people.
Typically the kind of people that are going to
policy.
Typically the people that are going to be going out like explicitly stating that they're nice are, well, shitty people.
Yeah. Because it's like, if you have to, say, actually, I'm a nice person, you're not a nice person.
It's
people
one of the
know
things,
if you're nice or not.
If memory serves, it's actually tends to be a sign of abusive behavior.
Really?
Yeah.
Like they were abused, or that they're abusing others.
Probably both.
Like domestic abuse.
Ooh.
Like the whole thing is like they're the kinds of people that'll like punch you in the fucking face and then say, and then get upset at you for like wanting to leave them. Like, oh, what? I've provided so much for you. I've done so much good in your life, and you want to leave me?
Ugh.
Fuck you! You just tried to break my nose.
Oh my gosh.
The problem with people like that is like just
lack of self-awareness.
Lack of self-awareness, and there is something that went seriously wrong in their life, and they are taking it seriously. Like, just I don't know if like they didn't get enough hugs from their mom when they were a kid or something, but they're just,
it's more than that.
It's
more like mom put hot sauce on my tongue and then never told me to wash my mouth out.
Wow.
Just
that kind of thing.
Oh, my mouth burns. And?
Good. Embrace the pain.
Yeah, basically.
Don't remind me. I need to remember to make those habanero cookies.
Habanero cookies?
Habanero chocolate chip cookies.
Ooh,
what?
In your future, I'm going to be getting a hold of some chocolate habaneros.
That sounds good.
And what I'm planning on doing is putting those in a batch of chocolate chip cookies.
I think I just died a little.
Well, here's the thing. Chocolate habaneros, they're a habanero pepper, but they're brown in color, they smell like chocolate, and when you first bite into them, they taste like chocolate.
Slow burn
then.
Slow burn then. Huh.
I mean, if by slow you mean like a half second.
Okay.
So with these cookies, you wouldn't smell that there's habanero in there.
Are they for like your worst enemies?
Honestly, they're more just for the kind of thing, like I'd probably like mix them in with regular chocolate chip cookies, tell people that they're in there, and do sort of like a roulette thing.
Oh,
So it's
like those nasty jelly bellies?
Well, no, more like memory serves. I think Doritos came out with this a while back, but it was like they had like the regular cheese, like nacho cheese chips, and then like spicy, like spicier hot ones, just like mixed in there. So it was like 1 in every 5 was one of the hot ones.
Huh.
Oh,
That sounds amazing.
So it'd be a whole thing. It's like, oh yeah, 1 in every 5 of those chocolate chip cookies has habanero in there. Have fun figuring out which is which.
Yeah.
you can't break them open.
Yeah.
Oh, then you gotta make sure you get all like the chocolate chips like on the bottom so you can't see them from the surface. And you gotta say no, you can't flip over the cookie and look.
Well, like both of them are gonna have chocolate chips in them.
Oh, so you're just gonna intermittent.
So it's just
Yeah.
Sprinkling
I'd
on here.
probably be happy either way. 1, I'd get a chocolate chip cookie, or 2, I'd get a spicy chocolate chip cookie.
I don't know how much
You're an
experience
optimist, aren't you, Tom?
you've had with habanero.
I like spicy things, and I like sweet and spicy mixed together. But yes, I am an optimist.
Yeah, he's the glass half full.
That's better than the glass owes you sex. Never understood those people. Have you seen that? Have you seen that? It was like, optimist glass is half full, pessimist glass is half empty, nice guy the glass owes me sex.
I thought you were gonna say glass is halfway up my ass, and I was like, okay.
Wow, Llytic, knew you're into some weird
Is it
shit.
Tuesday
That's
already?
weird for you.
Tuesday. Oh, jeez. It's Prime.
Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime is a god's gift to humanity.
Even if they don't pay their workers.
Yeah, pretty much.
At least they're not a sweatshop, I don't think.
Inside of an Amazon facility.
So they'll probably have air conditioning.
They might have midgets in there that like run all the machines. You don't know.
Just like a
That's
whole bunch
how
of
that
Oompa
works.
Loompas
Oh,
running everything.
there's the ooh.
Ooh,
Wow. But
Did somebody?
see, then that conjures the mental image of a nice guy fucking a glass of water, or a glass of
Well,
any
that's all he
given
can
substance.
get.
Like, the question is he sticking his dick in it or is he shoving it up his ass?
Oh, that is the question.
Who cares?
Well, I mean, if he's a nice guy, don't they do this thing where it's like, oh well, no, that's incels. They'll be like, oh, I'll turn gay.
Oh, some of them have like that weird assumption that that's somehow going to solve something.
Yeah, that's
If you're
That's not how
unattractive
that
as
works.
if you're unattractive as a straight person, you're probably unattractive as a gay person.
yeah.
Gonna put
I've
that
always
out there.
wanted to have like this conversation where it's just like, I'm fine with gays. I would only be uncomfortable if, a gay was hitting on me. But gays can do better than me, so that's fine.
We need to talk about your self-esteem.
Yeah, there's a big problem there.
You see, what we
Yeah.
need to do is we need to take you to a gay bar. You'll get some free drinks and,
I am finally old enough.
and they won't really expect anything from you because it's going to be pretty easy to figure out who the straight guy is at the gay bar because they're the only person there not having the time of their life.
Hey, look, it's that dude sitting in the corner.
I'm going to go buy him a drink.
Maybe that'll loosen him up.
Literally.
Well, you'll have the time of your life one way or the other. Straight, hey, free drinks. Not, hey, free drinks.
Free drinks, or you might discover something about yourself and get your prostate tickled.
You better hope that's 40% by volume alcohol. Or you're in for a world of hurt.
You see,
Sorry.
I'm making people laugh. That's good.
it's a good thing. This is a breath of fresh air to the normal crap we're usually reading on the channel.
Yeah, usually it's just me and Zane laughing.
Yeah.
Speaking of normal crap, if you need a female voice and I'm available, I'd almost be willing to help you out.
we don't. Our channel is not monetized, so
I don't care about money.
She made it pretty clear that the only reason she decided to do anything involving us is because nobody watches.
Yeah, basically.
well,
And you know what? You're a fun group of individuals.
well, thank you for that. That
Thanks.
means a lot, really. Like,
Even though Zane is awkwardly quiet and I kind of like to pick on him already. It's fine.
That's fine. A lot of people pick on me. I'm not even trying to be like, ooh, boo hoo.
But Zane-
that's my general dynamic with
But
people.
Zane, those other people don't love you.
I don't know. They talk about wanting to fuck me in the ass a lot.
Wait,
We're not
who
talking
did
about-
that?
All of my friends are like secretly gay. All we do is flirt with each other, talk about fucking each other in the ass, and all that other stuff. One point, legitimately, one of our friends works the pizza delivery. He went over and delivered a pizza to my friend's house. Do you know what he did after he gave him the pizza?
I was gonna say, did he make a dick out of the pepperonis?
Kissed him on.
It wasn't me, but like that's how like closeted gay everyone in my friend group is. All we do is talk about fucking each other, about how much.
Do they all play soccer?
I played soccer, so.
Well, then that's the answer to your inquiry there.
I see.
That was that you were talking about the other guests on here. Is like I don't.
No. I'm talking about the people I talked to separate from y'all back in like my hometown and shit. Those guys are all fucking gay.
I have.
Like they send like on Christmas. They sent a picture of a Christmas wreath with somebody's dick through it.
Hey,
we talk about
your
doing polar bearing with each
Miami?
other. No, we're near Dallas too. I was close to Tom.
Swizzle sticks. If it was Miami, that'd be funny.
We talk about polar bearing. Do you know what that is?
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Why would you do that? I hate the cold. Why would you polar bear?
Because I'm telling you, my friends are secretly gay.
It's not a secret if they're doing that.
Were they skinny dipping polar bearing?
I have no idea. No, they're talking about coming inside a polar bear thing and then jumping on it. I don't want to get any more information than that. That's already too much information.
Okay. I was thinking
they gotta shave the polar bear first.
I was thinking that polar bearing like springtime rivers in like Alaska and stuff when folks will just put on swimsuits and go swimming in super cold water.
No, my friends are like, let's all get a stuffed polar bear, take turns masturbating into it.
Okay, I found the definition. It's the third one down.
Oof.
Yeah, and then having whoever comes last to fill it up, jumping on it and having the cum go everywhere.
So is it like the brony My Little Pony dolls, except they specify that you should not climax the pony?
No, but there are MLP fans in my group of friends, so.
Okay.
And I'm one of them, so.
Okay, quick thing.
Oh no.
He's yet to put any pony porn in the chat.
No,
Do it.
No, I am I don't have any, actually.
Do it.
I'm sorry,
No
as much as I like 2D pictures, I don't like 2D ponies.
Okay.
Unless you want
get
like
us a 3D rendering.
Unless you want that weird anthropomorphized middle ground, I could probably find that for you.
Okay.
Put it in the chat or you're a fucking pussy.
You know what? I will, actually.
Oh god.
Do it.
I'm playing a game right now, actually, but after this fucking round, I'll give you what you fucking want.
Yeah.
I'm going to avert my Christian eyes so they don't start lighting on fire.
Bleach is my best friend. You don't think I haven't seen it already?
Believe me, I've seen some weird porn in my time.
Oh my gosh, don't get me started.
Also caused Tom to see some weird porn.
Thing.
Tom's about to learn something new. Ow!
Zane is taking Tom to school.
Oh boy. This will be good.
Honestly, one of my favorite stories to tell different people is like Tom's reaction to Chirpy.
Oh my god.
Zokin found that hilarious.
Yeah, he probably would, the jerk. Still one of my best friends.
Apparently the bird has a TARDIS inside its ass. Because it takes that horse up to the hill.
I can't wait till my friend's like, you need to ready up. BRB, I'm showing people pony porn.
And this is why you have no friends.
Hey, I have a friend.
So, quick thing. You know why we don't see miracles anymore?
Because Jesus has left us. God has left the chat.
God is dead and My Little Pony porn killed him.
But I thought friendship was magic.
You're kind of magic.
So is anal.
Heresy. Blam.
Anal is pretty magical, I will give you that.
So you're saying you tried it then?
That would require having a girlfriend, so no.
You don't need a girlfriend to try anal.
Oh, somebody offered it up? Is that what we're going with this? Is that
I live in California.
We're talking about?
Pretty sure the implication was boyfriend.
Yeah, the implication was boyfriend or butt plug.
So you're saying,
Your choice.
Technically, all you need is a pinky.
Yeah, really, but the pinky, you don't get the full effect.
Bro.
So, long story short, though, Llytic, right? You ready for some anal fun?
Oh boy.
Usually.
All right then, bet. We're about
Am I
to
doing
learn a
Zane
lot
and
about
Llytic
each other, buddy.
KSSING?
Can't wait for the erotic fan fiction of this.
Tom has been silent because he's uncomfortable. I think we found a way to make this no longer the Tomcast.
I have. Yeah. Okay. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Thus ended the Tomcast.
I have the Lord's Prayer in Latin written somewhere on my computer. Hang on.
You better start reading it and busting it in the water.
Yeah, because we need Jesus here, apparently.
Bloody Mary, holiest of cocktails.
Oh my god, that is so
Speaking
sacrilegious.
of that, I have a friend who's actually paganist. They exist.
Yeah, I know paganists exist. Is
Yeah,
it?
and
pagan person
it's bizarre because
do they have like? Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Do they have like the pinnacle that's like with the point facing upward, or like pentagram? I mean,
pentagram. I've never seen her wear one. I know she wears a troll around her neck, though, not like the old school trolls, but like a troll holding a jade ball because she thinks it'll give her luck.
Oh, okay.
And she does like rituals and shit on the bed of her truck.
Huh.
Yeah, she also has tarot cards.
Yeah.
I mean,
does readings and stuff.
Monotheistic religions to be pretty boring in comparison to the polytheists. But...
Oh my gosh, I just remembered what I need to show you for the My Little Pony porn.
Oh, you found one!
No, I remember one that I've already seen before.
Ooh, have you already beat it to it?
Shut up.
That wasn't a no.
I'm taking it as a yes.
But like, legitimately, I could give you some like context for it slightly. It's somebody's fan insert character, fucking Fluttershy and some other irrelevant side character, but he's got like a 10 foot long dick.
10 feet.
And it gets bigger and bigger to the point where I think he like comes in his shower and the entire thing is full. And along with that, if I recall correctly, all the girls, since it's like anthropomorphized, not actual ponies, have like huge ass fucking titties that like
minor size C. I'm happy with that, by the way.
But like it's so big that the girl can't even fit into the shower without like squeezing by because her tits are that big.
Jesus
Hold on, I'm actually you wanted it, so I'm about to link the entire comic strip thing to you.
No, I want you to show the picture.
It's more than one picture, that's the thing.
Oh, okay.
So I've got to link you the thing, unless you want me to save you the certain pictures.
And in Jesus Christ, his only Son, our Lord, who was
Tom is
conceived,
here to convert people.
born of the Virgin Mary, suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, dead, and buried, descended into hell. Third day he rose again from the dead.
I'll show you just the first picture. How about
sitteth
that?
on the right hand of God the Father Almighty.
I'll show you the
Thence he shall come to judge the quick and the dead. I believe in the Holy Ghost, the Holy Catholic Church, the communion of saints, the forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the body, and the life everlasting.
Here's
Amen.
the front. Here's the cover.
Holy shit!
That lad's got the biggest cockaroo ever, though, right? I ain't making this shit up. And it gets bigger. That's the thing. It gets bigger.
God.
Why is this a thing?
This is someone's fantasy.
Yes,
I'm
it's
looking inside
self-insert
the
character,
mind.
too. That's the thing.
Heart of gold?
The thing is that the drawing isn't entirely horrible.
Oh, no!
It's not bad line work. It's just
a huge pony with a cock.
You do. Tom's gonna start spamming the chat to get it to scroll up.
It's just
Tom
the
has left
cover.
the chat.
I'm sorry. She wanted it, so I fucking showed it to her. If you want to see more, I'll link the full thing.
It's kind of like that whole thing of like if you've ever gone into DeviantArt, like ever, it's just like, wow, people have some really creative ways of drawing dicks. It's like, oh, this isn't bad artwork. I'm just very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
I'm sorry that I got reminded of that. I hate that thing, but it's like, goddamn, if that's not an example you wanted, it's fucking what you got.
Has your are you satisfied with that, October?
Do you want to
No.
know about the My Little Pony? You want to know about my OC My Little Pony character? I can tell you
have
about
one?
that because I did that in high school. I made my own OC My Little Pony character. I'm
Send a
not even
picture.
fucking lying. I don't have
Send
a
a picture.
picture for it. I don't have a picture.
You don't have a picture.
You know, the most exposure I'd had to My Little Pony until I got on the internet was my sister had the little toys when she was just a child, and like they had the little magnet on their hoof or whatever. That was the only thing I knew about this.
It's just me and my friend made like a small little like group of ponies, I think, for OC stuff, and I know that one of them was named Diane A. Mike.
You mean
and
a
had
herd,
sister
right?
Named Claire E. Moore. And what they did was they made explosives like fireworks and shit. And I think Diane had like literally had her like hoof blown off and just had a fucking peg leg.
Oh my god.
So
Llytic is like
that's-
hyperventilating / climaxing into his mic.
Because I never told him this story before. This is new for everyone. I've never gone through my Little Pony charade, or not really charade, but like my Little Pony face from high school, because it was a thing, and it was fucking cool. It's how I met like literally all my friends that are like kind of gay too. That explains a lot, actually.
And you wonder why they're gay. And you wonder.
okay, the
I
show
think it has less to do with My Little Pony and more them liking.
the show is not a bad show for like kids or whatever. It does teach like values of friendship and stuff, and I'm all for, like wholesome, all that. But like, just I mean, if you like it, that's fine. But it's like I don't really understand.
It's when you're jacking it too. Stuff.
That's when it becomes concerning.
Oh, that pony is so hot. Jesus.
Well, I just died, so I can show you more if you want to see it.
I'm kidding.
How about I just read it to you?
Oh god.
No.
In the magical land of Equestria, there are some really important figures. With the princess who rules the country, the elements of harmony, and then there are some ponies who live their lives without any extraordinary things. I put myself between the two. Let me introduce myself. I'm Whiteheart, a member of the Canterlot Royal Guard. What a day at work. Celestia kept me busy with the guards. I had no breaks. It's not an easy job, honestly, being aware of everything coming on or fight when it's needed. It's kind of exhausting. I wonder what Fluttershy and young Wired are planning tonight. It have been a few days since. It's also really bad English, actually. Anyways, it had been a few days since we had any fun.
White Light, was it?
White Knight.
It's white.
Also, this entire time he's packing a huge ass bulge under his armor. It's really fucking weird looking. Like I think like the metal leggings of his armor is like poking into his ball sack, and it probably hurts. Anyways, hopefully after work I know I can see
normal.
stay with my couples for a couple days. And then it's the next panel, and it's just the two girls running up, and it's just two huge panels of their like huge ash pony titties wobbling around. And then it's just like, we have missed you already. Aren't they beautiful? Some ponies find them too big for their taste, but they both are really sweet mares and deserve all the love and attention I give them. And like me, they love huge bits too. And then his top, just like under his armor, starts to grow even like absurdly bigger. And then there's next panel, and it just grows so big his pants don't even fit. It's just like a really shitty unitard.
You see,
And it's just like, hey, beautiful girls, hope your day have been well. And then they just have this picture. Actually, I'm gonna snapshot this picture because it's fucking stupid. This is their reaction to seeing a dick that's like 10 feet long.
You see, I try to be an optimist, but people like this make it so hard.
That's how they're reacting to the dick. Whee!
Yeah, this is someone's fantasy for sure.
It's their self-insert thing too.
Oh, they're inserting themselves somewhere.
Yeah.
I really wish I would have snorted some coke before doing this.
Yeah.
I think it would ease the pain.
Then they tackle him. He talks about how it's weird that he's fucking two girls at once, but they accept it. Yada yada yada.
Welcome.
And then
to
it
this
goes on
town.
to the weird stuff about how Fluttershy can't fit into the shower, and then how he just comes so much that the entire bathroom gets flooded. Is my roommate in here? Okay, good. I thought
Honestly, I
thought
really
a
hope your
third
roommate
party-
has heard this entire thing.
I feel
And
sorry
I
for
hope
him
they
if he
call the
has.
police.
They're only hearing
session really awkward.
they're only hearing Zane's side of the story.
Exactly.
So, they're probably not hearing anything from our input.
Yes, but their desk is also like basically directly behind his. So if they looked over,
Yeah.
they just see Ponyboard on his desktop.
Hey.
Oh, I'm probably about to die again, so I could read more if you want.
Oh God!
Please don't.
Do you want me to?
No.
I think we're good.
You're done with the pony porn? Okay, good. I'm gonna fucking
Okay.
close this shit then.
So, not to be a killjoy or anything, but it is midnight and I do have church tomorrow.
Oof.
Oh,
Tom,
I need
the
to go see
churchy boy.
God. Dear Lord, my friends have showed me that. Showed me
It's
sinful
real
things.
awkward in the confession. That and glory hole.
Oof.
Protestants don't confess to priests. We go directly to God.
You specifically
Yeah.
brought up the Catholic Church in your prayer
So,
earlier.
the Holy Catholic Church in the Apostles' Creed, the thing that I was reciting, is spelled with a lowercase. Catholic means united in this way. So it's not talking like the Catholic Church, like the Catholics, priests, and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's talking about the whole church.
Yeah, exactly. And I would say I could keep going and just skip church tomorrow, but I am in the praise band, I am in the choir, and my dad is the pastor. So
You're in the choir, and your daddy is the pastor.
Yep.
Oi, oi, oi.
Yeah, no, I just
Sorry, I'm gonna have to skip today. I was up late at night with talking about pony porn.
Yep.
this is why I'm glad I
Tom.
don't have to do confession. Fun fact: Zokin is a devout Catholic.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to leave. If y'all want to continue on, it's fine. But I'm gonna
Goodbye,
sign out
Tom.
pretty soon. See y'all later.
Bye, Timothy.
Love you long time, Tom.
Well, thank you. You've just met me. Let's not be too hasty here.
I'm kidding.
I mean, we
I
talked
know.
about
I'm
fucking
kidding too. What?
talked about some weird shit, buddy.
Oh,
We talked
jeez.
about
All right.
pistol whipping my balls.
And he liked it.
Ooh, I know he did. That's the thing.
Well, good night, everyone watching. Good night, October. Thanks for coming on and everything. I had a lot of fun tonight. So
Yeah, sorry for showing you that. I mean, you asked for it, but still.
I asked for it.
I just happened to remember the perfect thing.
Righty. Y'all have a good one.
See ya.
Aw, bye,
See
Tom.
him. Yep, rip Tom.
Rest in peace, Tom. He's not gonna wake up in the morning.
Am I getting a text? Okay. I thought I got a text from someone like, "How fucking dare you talk about this right now?" Nope. Just my dad blissfully unaware that his son's talking about My Little Pony porn.
No, your dad is like psychically connected to you, and he knows, and he's here to shame you.
No, that's terrifying.
I
Oh,
thought
jeez.
if anyone liked that, I thought you'd like a bit of daddy shame. Sorry.
He's gonna beat to it tonight.
Ooh.
You know it.
That's why I didn't. Never mind. Let's not.
Holy shit. Still got the Urban Dictionary thing for polar bearing.
Ah.
I do find it funny that it took me the third one to get the definition you were talking about.
Is it like what Shane Dawson did to his cat?
Oh, I keep hearing about that. What is? Oh.
Okay, so I'll tell you. Gather around, children, for the story of Shane Dawson, the sick fuck that we now know him to be. So, there was a podcast, a really small one, done like 10 years ago now. And he was on there, and he wasn't big at the time. And he decided, now he says he was telling a joke, but the way he says it, you can't tell if he's joking or if he's being totally serious. And he says, oh yeah, one time I was really horny, and I decided I wanted to use my cat as a condom, or like use my cat to come. So he says he flips his cat over and rubs his dick on its stomach until he comes all over her tummy.
Oh, gross. That's not something you joke about.
Yeah.
Well, like,
And
the weird thing is... Oh, sorry. Keep going.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, one of the whole things that I do kind of know about him is the fact that like early on with this channel, he was like really hard, like really into like edgy jokes, and so like his early videos have a lot of like pedophilia jokes and stuff like that.
But the way he said it, it feels so serious, you know? Like, it feels like he might have actually fucking came all over his cat. Like, I don't know for sure, but it feels like it. When you listen to him say it, it's like, is he serious? And you can tell the people hosting the podcast are like, oh my god, is he telling the truth? You know? And they just kind of laugh and then change the subject because they don't know.
Just like, let's not think about this, please.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Like, looking at, apparently he said it back in 2015.
Oh, wow, so that wasn't even 10 years ago.
So I think that might have still been edgy.
Edgy YouTube time?
Shane.
Edgy YouTube time. When you still could be edgy on YouTube without getting deep.
He has gone back and, like, apologized for several of the jokes he's made before. Like, in more recent times.
Well, yeah, because now it's you're politically correct or die. Basically. If you piss off the wrong group of people, you can kiss your income goodbye. And I mean, this is his form of income, so he kind of has to walk back this shit. But I'm willing to bet Chuck E. Cheese dug it up on him.
What? Why Chuck E. Cheese?
Because didn't he do the conspiracy theory about Chuck E. Cheese? Like the pizza being all different slices or whatever. Like recycled.
Recycled pizza?
Yeah, like they take the pizza that people didn't eat and reheat it with like new pizza.
Oh.
And he like did that conspiracy theory. Which I don't buy. which is why I think Chuck E. Cheese.
Like, don't get me wrong, Chuck E. Cheese is a shithole, but
oh, Chuck E. Cheese is awful. Last time I went there was an autistic kid peeing in the ball pit.
Oh gosh.
Never went back.
It's like, well, I'm too old for this shit.
Oh, that was so bad.
Always the ball pit, like,
because they think they can get away with it because you can't see them, but you can see them.
You find the ball pit and it's all full of like piss and used diapers and used needles.
It's either the ball pit or the slide.
The slide?
Yeah.
Nanny.
When kids pee on the slide, and then they slide down. Or when
Gotta
kids
get some traction on this.
And then they slide down. Chuck E. Cheese is one of the worst places on the planet. It's probably why Five Nights at Freddy's is actually scary to some people. Because they get flashbacks of Chuck E. Cheese slide shit.
Like, there is some Uncanny Valley stuff with like different mascots for stuff like that. Like, if you've ever seen like any of the Showbiz Pizza stuff, like that stuff looks terrifying.
Oh, it's that's disgusting.
Oh yeah.
Just thinking about that makes me uncomfortable because I like pizza. And it's like I'm putting cardboard into my body right now. Why am I doing this?
Yeah, I like the longer like those things are just in like public consciousness. It's like, why are these a thing? Why do these exist?
Yeah.
Whose idea was this?
See, I don't understand how chains like Chuck E. Cheese can stay open. Who goes to them?
Small children.
Small children.
I know, but even as a small child, I was scared of the place.
I was scared of the mascots, so I just didn't go to the mascot.
No, I wasn't even scared of the stupid mouse. It was, Mommy, someone peed in the ball pit.
Oh, I just think I was lucky enough never to go to the Chuck E. Cheese with the ball pit.
Oof.
I thought
most every Chuck E. Cheese has a ball pit.
Maybe the one or maybe it was just my parents kept me away from it, so I don't even remember a ball pit.
They're smart. Your parents are intelligent people.
Yeah, I like my parents, besides my dad.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm just messing around. My dad's okay. I know that doesn't like sound any better, but yeah. Dad, I love you. I'm sorry.
My scale from I wish you were dead to they're the best person ever. My dad isn't okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Honestly, that's my rating for most people I deal with.
But...
Yeah, but dude, some people are interesting. And after that summer experience, it's just I can never look at people the same. Because I always got to think what is going on in their head, you know?
I get that.
Yeah. Because it was basically 2 months of having to deal with this guy. And after that much time, it's, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah. Why am I still forcing myself to get through with this or whatever?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
You know, I like I said, I should have let Dan send me home. His real name isn't Dan, but we're going with it. I should have let him. Yeah, his real name's Jason, but I should have let him send me home.
Yeah.
I should have let him send me home. I think it would have, you know, just spared my mind from the weird things that I now on occasion when I see a person on the street.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I wonder if they do this. I wonder if they go out into fucking their backyard at night and howl. You know?
Yeah.
And I was actually originally, I was gonna like 5.5.
Yeah.
And that was originally the plan. And then I got very interesting DMs from an individual who knew who I was. Knew where I lived, knew a lot of things about me. They didn't know my address, but they knew like the city I lived in, they knew what school I went to, and I was like, how do you know this? You know? So at first I thought, oh, it's Matthew fucking with me, you know? And he's being a dick about it. So I talked to him about it, and he's like, no, why would I do that? I don't have a rep. Hey, look, it's Tom.
Wait, did he say something?
No, but he's online.
He's now on his phone.
Good job, Tom.
Didn't he post more pony porn?
No, he's beating it right now.
He's beating it to it, yeah.
Yeah.
Doing that straight Google search for it.
YouTube account 18 plus. Oh, dude, YouTube porn is
uncomfortable. What you need to do in order to find the porn on YouTube, to have it to like put under the education tab. It's kind of like back whenever there was that like embargo on porn, and so you had a whole bunch of porn films that were basically just labeling themselves as educational films.
I mean, it is educational. I learned something new about the human body.
But the way they did this was hilarious, though, because they literally just show like they basically just have it to where like in between the sex scenes, they basically just have this guy like dressed up in like some sort of semi-professional wear.
Yeah.
So this is what sex is.
You like?
One of the weirdest ones I've ever come across in that genre, they were called wheat coders. One of the weird ones I ever came across was one that was like exclusive. It was supposed to be like bridging the sexual gap between black and white people.
What? If a black guy's hot, fuck him. Why is that a gap that needs to be bridged?
Well, it was the weirdest thing because it was like,
if I want an Oreo, I'll have a fucking Oreo.
It wasn't even like black people having sex with white people. It was like targeted towards white people, but starring pretty much exclusively black people, and the justification for it being educational was...
Oh, you need to be into black sex, black on black sex.
Like, the justification was like saying, so here's the difference when it comes to sex between...
Here's what a black dick looks like. Here's a
fat. It's fat. It's fat.
It's fat?
Okay, so the thing is, guys always wish for like these monster cocks, right? Like 12-inch long fucking destroyer. A woman's vagina is, you know, on average around 4 inches deep.
Yeah.
If you do that, you're gonna hurt, and you're never actually gonna be ever able to please a woman. Now, some guys don't care about that, but other guys care about making the other person feel good.
Yeah.
So yeah, monster penises. No girth. Girth is fine, and you know what? Even if you have a micro pecker, your tongue and fingers can make up for it.
Oh yeah. Like the thing I typically end up hearing from like the majority of what I talk to is that like they're up, like the point where they start getting scared is around 8 inches.
Yeah, that's a no.
Yeah, like that's the whole thing. And so you have all these people that are like, oh well, if I had a massive dick, I'd be getting all the ladies. It's like,
no,
you'd have to be doing exclusively anal.
That's the thing that makes me mad about incel. Is like, oh, my dick's too small. No, you're just a fucking horrible person.
Yeah.
Like, you're just so caught up in this society owes me the vagina that you can't even see. It's the penis is not the problem, it's your personality.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to be inherently attractive to get pussy.
Oh yeah.
You just have to be either funny, have a decent personality, or, really show whoever it is that you're interested in that you have a legitimate interest, but not in a creepy way.
Oh yeah.
And that's, for some reason, that's hard for these people to grasp. And it's are you that socially retarded?
Like, this is also something that's been going back for ages. Like, you can, like, look back at, like, I think I've seen, like, excerpts from, like, just, like, I think, like, some Mesopotamian passage. It was, like, trying to remember what it was. It was, like, beware the woman who decorates her buttocks, for she's after your granary.
How do you decorate your asshole? Do you get, like, a golden ring? Like, studded jewels? Shove it in your anus.
Of course.
It's like you have like old like plays or poems or stuff like that, and it's like of like people like complaining about like women being too picky about men and shit like that. And that was back at a time when they basically had no choice.
Decorates her buttock. I wonder if they mean like someone who's got a nice ass and like wears like a G-string or something.
I'm either imagining that or it's like some jewelry that like hangs off the hip.
Maybe.
Like the kind of stuff you'd expect to see on like a belly dancer.
Yeah, that's what maybe that's what they're talking about. I don't know. I'm not fluent in ancient cultures, and with decorating your buttock is an issue.
It's like the Mesopotamian equivalent of a tramp stamp.
Tramp stamps, man. There's something else. See, the funny thing about that is my mom has one. The worst part is it's not like an initial or anything. It's like the ugly fucking Sublime.
It's the Sublime Son?
Yeah. And it's not on her butt. It's like in her crotch. And I remember when I was little, I like ran into her room for some reason and she wasn't dressed. She was like, "Oh my gosh, get out." And I see that tattoo, and I remember asking her about it, and she's like, "You never talk to me about that ever again."
As the sun rises over the bush.
Basically. Speaking of bushes, how do you prefer? And this is a question for both of you.
I've never dated anyone, so I don't really have the right to tell or ask.
All right, get out there.
Just go talk to someone right now and be like, "Hey, show me your vajayjay."
Don't do that.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
I mean, so long as it's
first.
Please show me the vagina.
It's for an experiment.
Ma'am, I'm going to need you to show me.
Yes. That's fine. That's how that works, right?
Solely for scientific purposes.
Of course. Just a preference.
Yep.
So long as it's kept clean, I, for the most part, don't really care.
Ooh,
I think if I finally meet someone and I like them, I think it'll be like that too. Like, hey, I just get to have the sex.
For me, I shave it. It bothers me.
Like,
that makes
I can understand either way. It's just, it's more just going to affect how I approach things.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess there should be some trimming going on, like, regardless guy or girl, just because of the fact that no one wants to get a hair stuck in their teeth.
Yeah.
Just clean it. Just clean it. Just shave it. And, I have to shave it because fire crotch, but that's a whole nother story.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fire crotch? Ew.
3/4 German.
Well.
Yeah. 3/4. I have brown hair, but my crotch is not brown.
This is...
Tom leaves and we immediately start talking about Bush.
Yeah.
I mean, we can get away with it now without him saying the hair. Without him trying to rebuke Satan out of us.
Yeah, have fun with that one, Tom.
Oh, yeah. Dear Tom.
Just tell Tom to come back after he missed it, just like...
Tom skipped to this point in the video.
Well, it's gonna be kind of funny if he ever decides to like listen back to this one after it's posted.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this will be fun for him.
He just gets to this point. Because I've noticed that, like, with both Zane and Tom, they'll list, like, I know Zane's done this a few times, like, you've listened to the ones that you weren't there for.
Yeah.
And I think Tom does do a few with, do that a few times too. So, like, if he ever gets to this point, oh boy.
Oh dear.
Almost 3 hours in.
Wait, it's been that long?
Yes.
Holy shit. Oh, holy crap.
Yeah.
Like I said, I thought I could have a legitimate, fun conversation. I was not wrong.
Oh yeah. This has definitely been interesting.
See, the thing is
been
that...
eye-opening too.
How so?
I'll talk to girls. How about that?
See,
Sorry,
that's...
I had to make that joke.
That's what I was gonna say, is like, you got 3 guys, you throw a girl in the mix who's a bit of a tomboy. What happened?
Oh, yeah.
Entertainment.
A Californian hick and then 3 Texan
Californian
nerds.
hick. It's so weird, because people are like, oh, you must talk like this, right? You're like the total beach girl, you're like 60 minutes from every celebrity ever. It's like, no. No.
Well, like,
Yeah.
honestly, if anything, your accent has sounded more like vaguely Scottish.
Yeah, I thought you were like, are you part Scottish or something?
No, I'm part German.
Like, it's just been like the intonations. It's like someone hears you're from Texas and they immediately expect you to start talking like this all the time.
Yeah, basically. No, I'd
Like,
probably just a little bit of that.
Oh yeah, you probably like ride your horse everywhere, and that's how you do things, right?
I like horses. Horses are nice.
Wear a 10-gallon hat all day.
It's got to be 10 gallons.
Oh yeah.
Anything less is
Anything less is an insult.
Jeez. No, yeah. Okay, so funny thing is, I had I was in high school sophomore year. I was in a class called AP Euro, so it was AP European History.
Uh-huh.
And we got to of course, big part of European history.
Yeah.
And obviously, I'm 3/4 German, and I have a German.
Yeah.
And one day, I come into, and my classmate comes up to me, and he's like, "Can I talk to you after class?"
Oh boy.
And I say, "Oh, okay." And this kid is named Samir. This is weird, like, mom kid. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. Fine. Talk to Samir after class. Kid's a fucking genius, let me tell you. Got like a 14 something on his SAT without studying. Like,
oh jeez,
dude is a whiz. So he talks to me after class, and he's like, "Hey, I was reading for like history last night, and I like looked some stuff up online about like the German army and stuff." And he's like, "There's a Panzer division that has your last name in it.
Oh,
Is that a coincidence?" It's not.
How should I know? Oh, it's
oh,
not.
It's not.
oh shit.
I just brought this up to you.
Yeah. And he said, so, and he asked me, "Are you a Nazi?" And I said, "No."
No, of course not.
I said, "I don't subscribe to that ideology." I said, "Just because family may or may not have done that does not mean that I believe that." And it was the most awkward thing, because he was like, there was this Panzer Steel Division from Normandy, and they just so happened to share your life. And I was curious if that had any relation. And I wanted to lie to him and be,
Yeah.
but you can't lie about something that you know.
Yeah.
There's no point. And I was like, I'll tell you the truth, but you're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
yeah.
That's...
And just super duper awkward. And he never looked at me the same way.
Was he hoping you were a Nazi?
I think so. I think he
Secretly a
wanted to
Nazi.
expose me for some strange reason.
No, he was a Nazi too. That's what it
I was about
was.
to say, it's like, maybe he was secretly a Nazi and wanted someone to talk to.
I mean, maybe, but he was Muslim. So it's like,
oh,
so it's like, really?
surprise.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Totally.
Enjoy.
And Tom's back.
Dude, Tom is gonna be a running gag. He keeps showing up and then disappearing.
Showing up for the weirdest shit too.
And he's typing in chat.
Oh God.
Oh, I don't even want to know what to say. He's gonna be like, stop sending me notifications.
First Dick the birthday boy, now this. What?
He's gonna have to go back and rewatch this to get the context.
He's gonna be like, "Are you? I'm not sure I want context."
Oh gosh, yeah. So that was probably the most awkward thing I ever had to deal with in high school, and I remember being super afraid afterward because I'm like, he's gonna tell the whole school. Even
Yeah, because there are some people that'll hold like the shit your family did against you, which is like.
it's like, okay, why? You know, I was not alive when they did that.
Oh yeah.
It's not my fault. You can't blame me for something my ancestors did.
Yeah.
Every single one of them are fucking dead.
Yeah.
You can go spit on their graves if you want.
Yeah.
But don't drag me into it.
Don't spit on me.
Basically.
Like, there's a big difference between like having a family history and being proud of a family history.
Yeah, like I'm not proud of it, but I know it because it's relevant.
Yeah.
You know, because grandfather on my dad's side was like, hey, for some reason he had his family history, and obviously that part we already knew, but apparently somewhere like way back he was related to like a bunch of barons.
Huh.
From and I was just like, why do you want to know that? So now I'm screwed because in this fucked up world, someone's gonna find this information and be like, oh my gosh, you're related to Nazis, blacklist you from anything and everything.
Well, I mean, for the most part, I doubt like people would go that far.
I really hope not.
It's like typically the types of people that would be calling for that are like a very vocal group of like just like a very small, very vocal group of idiots. Kind of like the whole thing with like flat earthers.
Yeah. Oh my god, flat.
There aren't that many of them. It's just that they never shut up. And similarly, like with the flat earthers, the people that are like would want to do that shit typically aren't going to have the power to do so.
Yeah. I hope not, but
like the worst they could. Oh.
It's a fun time.
Yeah. Like the worst they could probably do is get a search run on your family history and try to present it to someone, and the people they're presenting it to probably wouldn't give half a shit.
I'd probably be like, wait, you know for a fact this is your family. How do you know that? I would have been like, how do you know your family history that well? And if anything, that would be cool. Like, your family was in a tank division? They had their own kind of thing? It'd be like,
well, it wasn't their own, it was after one of them. The commander, different dude.
I don't know, I'd be like, that's pretty cool. Tank drivers sound pretty awesome. I'm envious. I wish my family was that cool. As far as I know, the only gimmick my family does is like, everyone names their firstborn John. That's because, like, if you literally look at my family history, it's just John. So
who's Little John?
My dad was a second child, so he didn't have to go with the naming conventions. Wanted to though, but he didn't. But that's why my name is Zane, because apparently it's like some way can be connected to John. It's something weird like that. Yeah, I don't get it either.
Connected to John?
I don't know, but that's just stuff like that. And then I have the really vague, I can't confirm it, statement from, I think, my grandfather or great-grandfather, who thought that maybe my family was like moonshiners or just like alcohol people. Yeah, from like Oklahoma or something.
Speaking of moonshiners, Uganda is having a serious moonshine epidemic. It's called wagari, and it's made with bananas. and apparently people are just getting shit-faced off of this stuff. And it's killing people.
No, yeah, I'd imagine so.
Banana moonshine.
Yeah, it's called wagari. And then, like, in the cities, apparently they make it either not fresh bananas or, like, synthetic stuff, and it, like, kills people. It's crazy.
Ooh. Synthetic banana.
I didn't even know what a synthetic banana is. I'm assuming that's what wacky wafers are made of.
Apparently, the name Zane didn't pop up until like the 1870s.
Who the hell? 1870s.
What?
I said, who the hell was named Zane in the?
An American author. Apparently, Zane was his middle name.
The
No,
hell?
it had been his mother's maiden name. Okay, so it started off as a last name. God damn it.
It's like this kid. I know. His last name is Zuko.
Is Toe?
Zuko.
Oh,
Zuko.
no!
I was
No
like, did the
way.
Fire Nation attack?
That kid probably had, like, either the worst or the best childhood. Like, everyone probably would just think he was cool just from his name alone.
Oh, everyone loves him.
Like,
His
they'd be
first
like,
name
hey,
is
Zuko!
Corbin. And they call him Little Cor-
Little Corb?
He's not little. Yeah.
Okay, behind the name suddenly just crashed.
Good job.
Yeah, apparently, like the first time Zane was used as a given name was in the 1870s.
That's
Before
weird.
that, it was just a last name.
That's just weird.
So,
No
hoping
offense,
to
but it's
get
a
this,
strange name.
yeah, it was originally a feminine name. Oh, wait, there was a
Oh.
feminine version of it. The Latvians had it as a feminine name.
Please tell me it's like Zenet or something.
Apparently, it was the Latvian equivalent of Susanna.
Oh.
What?
So
What?
it probably had to do with like a translational thing, because in
Suzanne,
Arabic,
just saying.
yeah, in Arabic you have Sazan.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like I'm trying to figure out if I can figure this out. So
The origin of name with Llytic.
well, the Czech had Zuzana
Zuzana.
and Zuzanka and
Zuzanka.
Zoink Scoob.
Zuzka. Zuzka. I'm probably butchering that pronunciation wise.
Oh, gee.
Which the Slavics also apparently had that spelling too, as well
Fucking
as
Slavs.
Zuza. Polish has Zula.
Azula. Nice.
I am Zool.
I am Zul. Hear me roar.
Ghostbusters was a fun film.
God damn it. This is like one of the things I've been working on. I've been having to like find a whole bunch of names in different languages for characters.
Oh, yeah.
Are you writing something?
So that site's been a go-to for me.
But she asked if you're writing something, dude.
I break it up for you two?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, because I suddenly saw like both your things flash green and then immediately go off without any noise coming through.
No, I said, are you writing something?
Oh, it's like an idea for like webcomic or comic series that I have.
Someone's embarrassed.
I mean, I've been pretty open with it, like talking to people. It's basically like some modern day all myths are true style world. So, like,
Interesting.
I ended up making a catalog of all the different races.
Oh,
There's well over 100.
the fuck?
Jeez.
Yeah, because I'm taking stuff from every mythology in the world.
Jesus Christ.
And so, like, there's
Once
a
you're done
shit
putting
ton
your
of
brain
shit.
in a blender, send it to me.
No. Like, I have multiple lists of, like, because I have the list on my computer, and then there's this one app I have that's, like, designed for, like, story making, and so I have, like, it in there. Like, just a whole bunch of shit that I've ended up going through, and there's, like, multiple arcs to this story and shit like that. It's like,
Oof.
Oof.
and it's like the whole thing is like, well, modern fantasy, you all start with vampires, so that's what the first arc involves.
Oh my god.
It's like how medieval fantasy, you always start with dragons.
I fucking hate vampires.
Oh?
It's a personal vendetta.
Oh, it's because you're a werewolf, right?
Oh my god.
Of course a werewolf would hate vampires.
This is gonna be the running gag if I ever come back.
I never understood why there's always that rivalry thing going on, like in pop culture, because that's not really there in the myth.
Because fuck them. That's why.
Like, you have, like, shitty movies like Underworld and shit. It's like...
Oh my god, the Underworld series was so bad.
Oh, yeah. Like, if I'm watching something with, like fantasy creatures fighting, I don't want to watch them just shoot at each other. That's boring. Oh, hey.
Yes, fantasy.
We have wolf monsters and vampires fighting each other. How are they doing it? Guns.
Guns. Not even a sword or anything. Give them a fucking gun. I would have been happier if they would have used, like, some sort of battle axe.
Unless they're, like, hillbilly werewolves or vampires, it wouldn't work.
They fight with a banjo.
Yep.
This is like a shotgun.
Yeah. There's, like, some old, like,
Double
werewolf.
barrel sawed off 12.
Yeah. It's also, like, the break action. Is that the right one I'm thinking?
Yeah, because it breaks, literally.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just like, pop that, stuff 2 more in there.
Who the hell thought of that? Just like, pushing it in through the bottom or top's too hard. I'm just gonna open my gun.
Someone who was pretty smart, because it actually makes them a lot easier to clean.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah. Shit.
You don't have to, like, have anything going at a weird angle. You just have it open up, and you can, like, if you have, like, one of those, like, cleaning brush things, you can just send that straight through.
Yeah, it's basically you don't have to shove a thing down a tube and hope it goes in the right spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, nice.
But yeah, it's the whole thing is, like, when it comes to movies and stuff like that, like fight scenes that are more gun-intensive usually aren't entertaining.
No, they're not. Unless it's
Like-
The Matrix.
Yeah.
Or
unless they
like
do
John
it the-
Wick, and that was mostly because of the fact that it was, like, so over the top with how it was working and
Yeah,
just
John Wick
so
is fun.
manic and shit.
Speaking of which, Parabellum is coming out.
Arabella?
Isn't it like the chapter
Is
3?
that the third John Wick? Or...
Is it called Parabellum?
I heard that John Wick... Either way, John Wick 3 is coming out soon.
Yeah.
John Wick 3 is a thing, and if memory serves, Halle Berry's in it.
So,
Which
like...
is-
Does John Wick just, like, have somebody die in each movie and that's what sends him off? Because I know in 1 it's because his dog dies, right?
1, it's because his dog dies. 2, basically because of the fact that he went on that rampage, someone he owed a favor came out of the woodwork and sent it on him because he's technically back in the business.
Technically.
Oh.
And the second one ends with because of the fact that he broke one of the, like, sacred rules of, like, that whole, like, assassin group and stuff like that. He's been made a target. And so there is a bounty on his head.
Yeah.
Alright.
Apparently $14 million.
Ooh.
That's, like, not enough.
That,
They're
yeah,
paying more
take
than
on
that.
John Wick.
John Wick and
Yeah.
Halle Berry and her 2 German shepherds.
Halle Berry. Double German. That just made me think of, like, furry porn, and I don't want to think about that anymore.
I've already thought about My Little Pony porn here, so yeah, let's stop
2
there.
shepherds, 1 Halle.
One of the deleted scenes from her Catwoman movie.
Yeah. Batman gets in on it, too.
Batman just suddenly appears with a Halle Berry Catwoman.
Yeah, except
Just
he's
out of
only wearing
nowhere.
a mouth.
Why are you here? 'Cause I'm Batman.
Batman.
The question is, which Batman?
I wonder if everyone's ever tried to bone Batman so they can figure out his actual identity.
I think that was
Sounds
Catwoman's
like a
goal.
Catwoman thing to do.
So how come like the Joker knows who you know?
The Joker typically doesn't.
Oh, okay. Well,
Like,
shit.
the whole thing with
Oh,
the
he doesn't
Joker is-
care.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Literally, what
He's just fucking crazy.
Yeah, his whole thing is he's trying to send a message with what he does. He doesn't give a shit like secret identities and shit like that.
I mean, I guess
Yeah, he's...
It does actually raise some questions with the Batman Who Laughs.
yeah.
Because that one involved, like the whole thing of his origin involved, like, the Joker recreating the incident of, like, Batman's parents dying by literally just bringing, like, couples and their kid and then capping both the parents
Oh gosh.
in front of Batman, who was tied up and drugged.
That's just dark.
Gotta give him the scarecrow drugs. They don't get the full effect.
And basically what ended up happening is in that unit, Batman gets out of his restraints and ends up snapping Joker's neck, which ends up releasing a form of the Joker toxin that ends up driving Batman insane.
Ooh.
Good job. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, because the
Isn't
Batman...
that kind of the thing about, like, if you kill the Joker, he gets what he wants, usually?
Basically, yeah. Like, if you kill him, you're just playing his game.
It's like with Llytic. If you beat his dick, you're giving him what he wants.
Touche. Oh god, I'm just thinking of, like, the Batman porno, and it's just a really submissive Joker. He wants you to beat him. Don't do it.
Is that going to be the sequel to Dick Man and Throbbing? That's an actual thing. It stars John Holmes.
I don't know who John Holmes is, though, so...
He's one of the people that was, like, known for having a disturbingly large penis.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the guy who has a disturbingly large penis. I need you for my Batman movie. What?
Oh, you look like you're 14? You're perfect for this porno. And you just spread your ass cheeks like this.
Okay, see, the way you said ass is like
cheeks.
the whole thing is like where it seems like you're vaguely Scottish.
Yeah.
I'm not Scottish, I swear.
Now, pull up the Scottish Pokemon trainer. You're gonna sound like her. Sorry if that's not what you wanted to hear, but it's true.
Well, of course I do, you cheeky cunt.
That's not what I sound like.
Very,
don't
very
sound like
vaguely.
that.
It's very vague.
Vaguely. Like, it's more like the way like different vowels are like how.
I mean, I can fake one if you want.
Just
I can also do. I can do Russian too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm interested in hearing a bit of that.
Yeah.
In Russia,
Yeah.
you fight bear, and if bear win, you fight bear again. From grave. This Russia is best Russia. You do not understand.
Okay.
For the rest of the podcast, I will talk like this.
I'm just flashing back like that one Legend of Zelda fanfiction. For some reason, we ended up giving Zelda a Russian accent.
Oh yeah.
Which I listened back to the first episode. Tom wanted to go with a robot voice. It ended up getting decided by a coin flip.
Oh yeah.
In heads, we speak like this.
We just
Understand.
ended up having like Zelda like talking about borscht and calling people suka.
Belach. You fucking Belach.
I can never pronounce that one.
Yeah, that one sounds a bit difficult because you got that
Oh, yeah.
BLY. Like, what the fuck did that sound? Bleich? Bleich. Ugh, it's gross.
For the longest time, I ended up like fucking up and thinking Nosvidanya meant hello.
Okay.
Like it's literally the exact opposite of hello.
Oh god.
It's goodbye.
Yes, it's goodbye.
Yep.
Oh.
I can imagine you
bad.
starting a conversation like that, and then the person looking at you like, and then you just keep talking, and they're like, okay.
Nosvidanya. Okay, see ya.
Oh.
Like, I don't think shit like that works outside of Hawaii.
I am not Scottish.
I'm not Scottish, comrade.
Soviet rebreather is best rebreather. Did you see the, I don't know if you guys do anything with 4chan, but there was a 4chan on /K. There's a user who posted a story of him. He wanted to use a Russian rebreather to scuba dive. And he ended up killing himself.
That's depressing.
Hell.
Dude, 4chan is a fun place.
Like, it's one of those things where it's like, whenever I've gone on there, it's either been shit that makes me laugh or just angry virgins.
Yeah.
No in
But
between.
the funny thing about
Yeah.
4chan is that they post like that to piss people off. On purpose.
Sounds about right.
They're expert manipulators.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
incredible.
I think one of the weirdest things I ever saw, like having to do with that, is the fact that there's a possibility that Taylor Swift used to anonymously post on.
Really?
I'm not kidding.
Oh my god. Send me the Taylor Swift post.
Oh, shit, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it, but because, like, the whole thing is, like, one of the things that leads credence to this is the fact that one of them was a picture of her posted before it was, like a selfie that she had like a selfie that she had done that was posted there before anywhere else.
That's interesting. That makes me genuinely curious.
Like, and so it's one of those things where it's like, that, like, she may have actually been, like, posting on 4chan.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, because people do it, and it's anonymous, so what's the consequence? Nothing? Alright. Unless they're like, alright, we're Shia LaBeouf, we're gonna find your fucking flag, and put a magnet.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's the risk with that sort of stuff, is, like, whether or not, like, someone's going to, like, track you down, because if you, like, hell, people have found out where people live just because of, like, the wall that was in the background.
Yeah, the ambient frog sounds.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where it's like, it does not seem like it'd be a good idea, right?
No. But, I mean, yeah, I would be genuinely curious. I'm curious, like, how many people that I know have posted on there that, obviously it's anonymous, so I don't know that they did, but they have. If I could somehow find that out, that would be interesting. You know what? I am a stats student. I should try and do an anonymous poll. Like, just a handout slip poll and be like, have you ever used one of these? And just have, like, a list of the websites, and it's like, check whichever one you used. So you don't have to put your name on it. But I'd get, like, an idea of how many people I know actually use these sites.
Why can I
like
not
regularly.
find a different sized version of this?
And then, like, next to it, I could do, like, how often do you visit it? Like, once a week, once a day, once a month. I've only visited it once, kind of thing. Just to see. I'd be curious.
It definitely does seem like it'd be interesting.
Because when you have people there to, like, look at stuff, it gives, like, the peer pressure thing.
Oh, yeah.
No one's gonna say, "Oh yeah, I porn," just out in the open. No one's gonna say, "Oh yeah, I use 4chan," just out in the open. So you got to do it anonymously, or you're gonna get sample bias. You're gonna get peer bias.
Yeah.
Alright, though, it's near 1 o'clock, though. So
it is near 1 o'clock.
I'm gonna get off too. Sorry.
You know what? Why don't we just end it off for you guys?
Sorry.
Right, well,
It's early in the morning for you. Y'all need to sleep. It's only 10 o'clock for me, but...
Oh yeah, rip. Oh yeah, if you wanna keep doing
2-hour
stuff
difference.
like this, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. So yeah, though, I'll let you decide that with, whoever the fuck this other guy is. I forgot his name. Alright, bye.
What a turd.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, alright.
That's the thing.
Oh, look at that.
I finally managed to find one that was in a resolution that was actually readable. Oh, shit. Did not mean to open up that.
That is freaky.
Although I'm not entirely sure that's the same cat.
And there's a lack of consistency there.
Like, the arm is different. Like, the front legs are kind of different.
Yeah.
Or at very least, like, the one.
Maybe she had two? I don't know.
I don't know.
That is interesting, though. I will have to take a look at that, and I will let you know.
Apparently, there's a few different videos, like, involving it.
Huh.
Yeah, this has been a super fun mess, so...
Yes, it was fun. And you know what? If you want me, I'm more than willing to do things to you guys again. This was fun.
Yeah.
So I'm open to it.
I guess anytime, like, you have, like, the time and just feel like doing something, I guess let me know.
I mean, definitely not in the next few days here. Because I'm going on vacation, which is why I said today would be better. But, well, anything after Wednesday, really. Because I'll be on break next week. So I'll be able to do stuff after Wednesday.
Just like you already have a way to contact me over Reddit.
Yep. Or on here, if you prefer. whichever's better for you.
Oh yeah, that's right. There is now a direct pipeline through Discord.
Yeah, I'll probably just use Discord because I do have the.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, so, I guess be around.